Yay! Good morning, everybody. It is episode 10 of the Blank Page Tavern. But before we get into it, I have a whole spiel. We are writers who use playing Dungeons and Dragons as a way to procrastinate working on our works in progress. And today is episode 10 as we play our way through the official campaign book, Tomb of Annihilation. How is everyone doing today? And because this is a tavern, what are we drinking this morning?
I am doing good. I just figured out that on D&D Beyond, in the Extras tab, I can save my favorite wild shape options.
Ooh.
So that's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
I have water, as per usual.
And just as a reminder, Micah Blightsong, played by Mars, is our druid, and you are a tiefling, correct?
Yep.
Yes. All right, Tefra Ashfall, our Earth Genasi, played by Devesha, Grapefry, parentheses. How are you, and what is your drink of choice today?
I'm doing okay, a little snotty, but when am I not? You know?
That's fair.
Today I'm drinking a smoothie.
A smoothie? What the heck?
I'm eating also a blueberry muffin, so if I'm mute, I'm chewing.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Hold on. What?
I had the cannot display webpage thing pop up.
Got it. It's crazy to me because backstage, there are two of you. There are two of you backstage right now. Yeah. So
does this mean that Micah gets double the turns?
I don't know. Yeah. What happens if I try and add you back? Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Anyway, Alara, who is I know you are a ranger.
Yeah, I'm a half
You're
elf.
Half elf. Yeah, that's right. I knew this. How are you today? And what is your drink of choice?
I'm good. I am procrastinating from writing, like for real.
Ooh, tea. Also same.
And I'm also having tea.
Oh, nice.
Donald Duck.
Oh,
Donald Duck energy.
That's so cute. That's such a funny mug. What kind of tea is it today?
It's decaf green tea.
Why decaf? It is so early where you are.
I can't do caffeine because I have like a heart condition, and so it'll make it feel like blub, blub.
Yep. Actually, I know exactly what you're talking about. Totally valid. All right. And Val, who is a drow rogue. How are you today? And what is your drink of choice? Played by Katie Ann.
I am doing excellent. I got to watch the F1 race this morning, so I'm having a great time. And I'm drinking a cold brew iced coffee.
Nice.
I mixed the two of them. So as per usual.
Yes.
Raring to go.
And I am Molissimo. I am your DM, and I'm also drinking a cold brew iced coffee, the Stoke brand, because I've really gotten into them, with some heavy cream, because why not? Yes. All right. Today, here we have Estelle. Hello. Excited to see what adventures await you all today. Hello, Estelle. Thank you for joining us today. And we also have Flora in the Fun. Hello, hello. And dare I say it, we very well could be leaving Port Nyanza today. I don't know. I don't know how things are going to go. It's up to you guys, obviously. You guys are the players. But just from the way things are going, it looks like we might be leaving. So, but without further ado, let's get into, and of course, now, Devesha, I'm snotty. Give me a second.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's definitely your fault. 100%. I'm blaming you. Hold on. Excuse this.
Can we do a quick recap for those who weren't here last time, aka me?
A quick recap will be occurring. In fact, it'll be occurring right now. So, on our shorter session 2 weeks ago, there was a lot of housekeeping done. This is what I mean. I was complaining to people about autocorrect earlier, and I wanted to write Micah and Alara, and it wrote Mocha and Alara without. So Mocha and Alara went back to the Temple of Savras to tell the priests exactly how to get a message to them about the 3 questions that they asked them. And again, Temple of Savras, they divine, they figure out information for you. And it was going to take 24 hours, but of course you guys have a date at the docks to leave. within the next 24 hours, and so that wasn't going to work for you. So you're going to have your friend Wakanga Otomu, who is a spellcaster, message you once the information has been achieved. So you've told the priests at the Temple of Savras to tell Wakanga Otomu the information. But the 3 questions you have, just as a reminder, are any information regarding the location of the Soulmonger, which is the source of the death curse plaguing this land. Number 2 is how many days does your boss and friend Sandra Sylvain have left as she is succumbing to the death curse? And so you guys are trying to understand what kind of clock is ticking right now. And 3, how to appease the dragon turtle Aramog in the Bay of Chult. As you guys are leaving on a ship called the Belladonna and know you will be sailing through his territory, you heard that he requires tribute, and you would like to know how much that is. I'll get to that later. So after visiting the temple, Micah and Alara, these 2 stopped for some coffee and mushroom tea at the Royal Docks as they scoped out the ship your party is scheduled to leave on tomorrow, the Belladonna. And these 2 adversaries turned tenuous allies, then headed back to the market ward where they left notes for the two guides you decided not to hire, and spoke directly with Eku to tell her the party wished to hire her services for their expedition into the jungle. Eku also did some of her own research on Aramog and informed you that depending on the vessel you were riding on, Aramag would make a decision about what kind of expectation he has, the dragon turtle, for tribute, and that depending on the vessel, it could range anywhere from 50 to 250 gold pieces or more, depending on how pissed off you make him. So in the meantime, a badly wounded Val woke up on the roof where an assassin had attacked her. She was stripped of all her weaponry and gold, but due to its unique location inside her Birkenbra, the precious map of Chult was still on her person. Oh no, we've lost Mars.
The nipple is the location.
The assassin was seemingly unable to discover it. In fact, the last thing Val heard before falling unconscious was the assassin's frustration and decision that someone else in your party must be carrying the map. Val slowly made her way back to the inn where the party is staying, and she met up with Micah, again spelled like Mocha, and Alara, explaining everything that happened to her. The 3 of them waited for Tefra to return as well, and as the night drew on, began to grow anxious as there was no sign of their Earth Genasi monk friend, who had been at the time on a date with a jewel merchant named Solomon. And that is where we begin. Let me get you guys all back in your correct order.
I'm sorry, I keep messing up the order. My computer said it's blue screen.
You're okay. Is everything okay?
I don't know. I'm gonna have my boyfriend look at my computer after this because I don't know what is going on.
Okay. Well, if you need to restart or anything, just feel free, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there you go. That's your recap.
Thank you.
And we were like just about to run and find out what happened to Tefra. That was where we left off.
Yes, and it is pretty late at night now, just so you know.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna go where we last saw her. Is Val with us?
Val is with you. Well, Val's not with you. She stayed back at the inn to do her 4-hour meditation and kind of heal and recover.
Okay.
We went to the Thunderous Lizard because we feared that they would try to attack at Kaya's house of repose since we know they were there.
Yes.
So I'm literally in a maid's closet, just like meditating.
You guys did switch your inn.
But
yes.
before we left, we found out the last location that they were in, that Tefra was in. Right. Yeah. So hey, Val. Before we go, we want to check on Tefra, and where was the last time you saw her?
It was a place called the Alley of Stars. They met at the market where the jeweler is, and then they went the direction that Val surely will know because she followed them, but Katie doesn't remember.
Yeah.
Val gives directions to said Alley of Stars, and they were having dinner in said alley. It's beautiful.
Okay, thanks. Meditate. We'll be back. We're hopefully with Tefra.
All right. I'm going to say, just for flow, why don't Alara and Micah, why don't you roll me independent investigation checks?
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, before they leave, I would like to tell them if you meet the assassin and you defeat her, please loot her body and get my swords back.
Of course.
Of course.
Thank you.
Okay, I rolled
21.
21.
and I rolled an 11.
Okay.
And for a moment, I thought that the 21 was mine.
Oh, sorry.
So you are able to find the Alley of Stars relatively without difficulty. It is a beautiful side street with glittering fairy lights woven between the buildings above various tables and food stalls. And it's actually still crowded, even though, it took you guys about half an hour to walk over to this part of the city and, or grab a tuk-tuk or whatever you guys ended up doing. Let's say you were able to grab a tuk-tuk because of your investigation also. Still about half an hour though, because it's on the opposite side of the city as you are right now. And it's still pretty crowded, even though we're approaching midnight at this point, still pretty crowded.
Okay, well, do you want to split up? Do you want to just start asking people? Like, the problem is if this assassin, if they were after they took her weapons, but they didn't take the map. So maybe it was just her being robbed.
I think we should still prepare for the worst and that assume it might have been an accident, but it might have been a targeted thing.
Okay.
I don't know if splitting up would be a smart idea in case it was targeted, because then we would each be on our own. So I think we should stick together to find Tefra.
Should we ask around? Like, describe?
Yeah, that would
What?
probably be smart.
All right.
Yeah, so why don't you walk me through what your strategy is to try and find Tefra, and then from there I'll determine what I think the DC is for you guys to have success or not.
Okay, so I think you were just going to be asking, I guess, vendors. Do you think that's probably the best?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe the vendor that that Val said that they were having dinner at, or coffee, or drinks. So maybe go there first. I don't know. Did she say which? I guess we can go to all of them and ask.
Okay. So then again, give me another, both of you, investigation check. And where the heck is my dice tray? Oh, I'll be right back. I'm still here.
I got a
14.
I got 16.
Not terrible.
It's pretty. Yeah, we both kind of rolled the same.
Okay. A 14 and a 16 is what you guys said?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry, I gotta get my dice tray out. Woo! Messy. Okay. I need to clean my apartment later today. It always gets so crazy after D&D. Okay. A 14 and a 16. Okay. Unfortunately, you guys ask around for over an hour. And as you are going up and down the vendors and kind of looking for any signs left of Tefra, the place starts to clear out as midnight comes and goes, and some of the stalls even close down for the night. But you're able to talk to most of the vendors, but nobody has any information on Tefra.
It's just crazy. Like,
They, you ask around, and Earth Genasi should be pretty like visible, that'd be memorable. But none of the vendors remember ever selling food to an Earth Genasi tonight. And they see hundreds of people in a night. So you even ask about Solomon, you describe him, but nobody has recognition.
I have a question, DM.
Welcome, Sasha. And also, I'm devastated over this. I cannot believe I've done this again at the late beginning of my stream today. Anyway, yes, Micah,
So-
what can I answer for you?
Now I have to find where it was said.
Mhm.
In Oh, for the description of the rings that we have for House Sylvain, it mentions how adventurers who get lost while wearing these rings tend to show up near others who also have the rings. And I know that's like with the little pocket dimensions, but is that like a feature we could use here? Like, would we be able to tell what direction Tefra's in or something?
No, it does not give you anything like that. It is literally a element that is specific to the jungles of Cholt. And it is my way of making the narrative make sense for when players can't make it to a session. So that's what that's for. Unfortunately, yeah, there's no actual mechanic within it that allows you to manipulate that. It's just a mechanic on its own. That's, it's the way it is. But there's nothing your characters know. Like, theoretically, from a metagame perspective, your characters don't even know that that's a feature of these rings.
That's fair. All right.
Should we go to the prince and ask him if he can help?
That might. I don't know. I feel like she's just out on her date. Hopefully,
right? But you said it. You said it. She might. They might. What if they think she has the map?
I want to believe that Tefra could hold her own, but I also feel like Val would hold her own, and she clearly didn't. So I don't know.
Right. Okay. What about the temple? I mean, I know they have a long list of people to help, but maybe they could give us some reading of where she might be, or if she's in danger, at least.
I feel like everything is closed because isn't it like midnight or something?
Well, it took you guys with those investigation rolls. It took you guys a long time to cover.
The temple's closed.
It's now like 1 a.m.
It's a temple.
I think we just scour the area. We know that they were here and in the jewel market. So, like, maybe do a sweep of the area. Okay. Also keeping an eye out to see if anyone's following us.
Should we go to where Val was attacked and see if there's any clues? Maybe the assassin left something behind? I don't know.
Do we know where specifically she was?
I don't believe that information was passed on.
She said she was like above where they were having dinner, which is like the rooftop. So we'd have to do an investigation on the surrounding rooftops of this area.
Mm-hmm.
Climbing a roof at 1 a.m. does not feel like the smartest idea.
Right. I know my acrobatics are not very good.
I just mean if like some like guards or something spot us, they're gonna be like, well, what are you doing climbing a roof at 1 a.m.?
Yeah.
I have a question, DM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Val used a rope to get down. Would that still be on?
That's true.
But do you see a rope hanging from?
Hey, look over there!
I mean, if you did an investigation check, that's something you could if you were high enough, you could see it.
With the investigation checks that you guys roll, it's just not quite high enough to notice the rope.
Okay. So, but if we are considering getting up on the roof, we would now be doing a different type of investigation of where we could climb easily.
Yeah. I'll let you roll investigation checks for each new location you go to, but I don't mean like each new roof. I mean specifically the roofs. So you will get one investigation roll for the roof.
Right, for the whole thing. Okay. So let's look around for guards, like you said, make sure that we're clear, but let's also look and see if there is an easier way up. Maybe there's a staircase, maybe there's, a ladder, some easier way to get up to the roofs.
Okay. So Alara, since you mentioned the guards, why don't you roll me a perception check? Okay. And then Micah, would you like to roll an investigation check or maybe just roll me that is an intelligence check, right? Yeah, roll me an investigation check for rooftop ascension strategies.
I got a 14.
A 14 for perception? Okay.
I got a 9.
9. Yeah, 14. First of all, this street, there's still some people here, even though it's 1 a.m. There is a late night, dinosaur steak burger place that is grilling up greasy hangover or drunk food for people. So it's not totally dead, but that's the last stall that's still really open. So there's still people around. but none of them look like they are guards. None of them look like they're armed. Micah, this street is the streets of Port Nazareth. Even though you're in a totally different neighborhood, there is some cohesion to it. It's similar to the Market Ward, where it's one large facade, and with, market stall after market stall after market stall, and then back buildings, but they're all connected like in one long row. So there aren't small, I mean, this is an alley, but there are rain gutters that lead up to the roofs, but there are no breaks to like squeeze into. There are no footholds. There are no ladders. There are no stairs.
Okay, I have an idea. What if we just call out Tefra's name, but try to get everyone around us to do it too? So then we have this giant crowd of people going, Tefra, 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 and then maybe she'll hear.
We can table that for now. We might come back to that. But
Just saying.
if there is someone after us, I don't think we want to draw attention to.
But if we're making the crowd join with us, then it makes us a little harder to target, because we'd be obvious of them targeting us.
I don't.
Are you embarrassed?
A little bit.
Micah, we've got to do this because Tefra could be in trouble. Do you have any other ways to do this?
I think we just look around for her.
Okay, you do you. I'm going to do it my way. Okay, I'm yelling, Tefra, 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 Tefra. And I'm going like this to the crowd and like trying to get them to go, Tefra, Tefra, Tefra.
Okay, roll me a performance check.
I am pretending I do not know Alara.
Hiding under a table. Okay, performance. Oh God, I don't have a good one for performance. I got a 16.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you start doing this, and people are kind of giving you the New York look. So either some people are just ignoring you, and then it looks as if one man's about to be like, hey, get out of here. Like, what? You're pissing us off. But then, I don't know, there's one Cholton man who's super drunk, and in his hand, he's holding a really cheesy, greasy dinosaur steak burger, and he's like, yeah, Tefra, Tefra, and he starts getting into it, and so do his companions. So you don't get the whole, I mean there are probably like 15 people still in the alleyway, right? And I would say out of those 15, 4 of them start chanting with you. They have no idea why you're chanting, but they're drunk enough that they're just having a good time, and they don't even know what Tefra means. They don't know it's a name. They're just like, yeah, Tefra, Tefra, what's happening? We love it. This is great. You're great. Okay, I'm gonna roll. Okay. Yeah, this goes on for, a minute. And then they kind of they're like, okay, and they kind of move on to something else.
Okay, so no sign of Tefra still.
No sign of Tefra.
Dang. It was worth a shot.
Am I there? Can I hear this?
If there was a possibility for you to hear it, I would have asked you to roll a perception check.
Oh, man.
All right, well now I guess we just go and look around. Places that we know they've been. Just the neighborhood, I guess.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
so what's the strategy?
I guess just not just asking vendors, asking people as well, just anyone around.
Yeah. Also keeping an eye out for anyone who might be following us suspiciously.
Are you guys staying in the Alley of Lights or the Alley of Stars?
Kind of just going around the neighborhood in case they went somewhere else.
So the neighborhood is obviously you have the Alley of Lights is just a little bit up from the Jewelry Market and the Grand Souk, and it's also near the Merchant Prince's villas. So that's the neighborhood that you're in.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys are leaving the Alley of Lights, you can roll another investigation check. But if you're staying in the Alley of Lights, your original investigation checks are still holding right now.
I mean, the fact that the vendors don't remember anything is a little suspicious. So
Yeah, I don't think that she's in the alley anymore.
yeah, I think wherever now I'm getting suspicious of her date. But yeah, let's keep walking and see if we can find anything or talk to anybody along the way and see if they've seen anything. It's just crazy that she's just disappeared. And I mean, I guess there's always the chance that she went back to the inn, but
Yeah, I think we should look around a little more first before
yeah, I
assuming
know.
that.
Okay, so we're just gonna continue forward past the alley of lights and just look around, but also maybe ask passerbyers if they've seen, describe her and if they've seen her.
Okay, so then each of you roll me another investigation check.
One day we'll do something other than investigate.
14.
7.
It is so late at this point that other for small pockets where, there's still some market going or some food stall, you're really starting to get the sense that as you travel further and further away from where Tefra was last seen, you're just kind of starting to get the sense that you're chasing your own tails.
Hello.
Speaking of chasing your own tails, these two are being antagonistic towards each other. I don't even know what's going on. They normally love each other, but yesterday they were like fighting. You just don't get a sense that you're gaining any information that's useful.
Okay, I'm thinking we have to get help. Like we just can't. Obviously, we're not doing this on our own. It's so late in the night, though. Like, where can we go to Prince Wakandu, or is that his name?
Wakanga Otomu.
I mean, I know it's late, but maybe he could help.
I think it's more likely that Tefra just went home.
Do you want to try? She would have gone to the other inn. She wouldn't know that we moved.
Yeah.
So do we want to go there and check? I mean, we'd be leaving the area that she was last seen, though.
I think right now it would be best to go back, check if she's there. If she is, great. If she's not, I don't know how long it's been. Val is probably still in her trance, but it's been a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
how many hours has it been?
So I went there, an hour investigation, another hour investigation. It's 2 a.m. now, so maybe it's been 3 hours since you guys were with Val.
So yeah, by the time we make it back and everything, she'll be finishing up her trance. She'd be able to help us out more.
And just so you guys know, right? You are supposed to leave the docks at noon. If you do not basically start your rest by 3 a.m, so within the next hour, you will not be getting a long rest tonight, which means you won't be getting your spells back and you will be gaining a level of exhaustion.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the inn she thinks we're at and see if she went there.
Mm-hmm.
So is there any tuk-tuks at this late at night?
I'll roll. No. I rolled a 10. Sorry.
So how long does it take to walk back?
Like 45 minutes.
What if I wild shape into a horse or something?
You can do that 100%. You can absolutely do that. And Alar can ride on your back.
I think we should. Or I could turn into a dinosaur to be more...
Estelle would love that.
Oh.
Can we do that instead?
Just for the flavor of it, we can say that you wild shape into one a velociraptor that you saw during your executioner's run thing, and Alara can ride on your back. Amazing. And we'll say that takes 20 minutes to get to across the city to Kaya's house of repose.
Oh, I should have been doing this more often.
Okay. All right. So you arrive in your wild shape form as a velociraptor, but of course this is Port Niagara, so nobody really bats an eye. And you have arrived at Kai's House of Repose at about 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so we go in, and who's behind the bar? Is anyone behind the bar?
No one's behind the bar. It is 2:30 in the morning.
Cool, I guess we'll go to our room and see if Tefra's there.
Yeah.
I love this. It tells us. That's good. Raptors are fast. So I guess you guys didn't give up your room at Kai's House of Repose. You just went to a new place. So you do still technically have the room. You enter and it is empty.
All right, Tefra's dead. Let's just move on. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So maybe she got the message that we went to the other place. Let's just check and see how Val's doing.
We'll head back to Val.
Okay, that's super fast. It's like it's a 5-minute walk, so still roughly 2:30. Val is still in her trance in your room at the Thunderous Lizard. Thunderous Lizard is very active still. Like there are people, like even though it's 2:30 in the morning, there are people drunk and rowdy, and it takes you a while to fight your way through the crowd to the back stairs to get up to the inn. But Val is in the bedroom. She is safe, unharmed, still meditating. No sign of Tefra.
Okay. Should we wake her up or break her out of her meditation, or do you think we should go out?
I think we'll let Val finish her thing so that she fully recovers because she's had a rough night.
Yeah.
I don't think we should do anything else until Val can like talk things over and figure it out. I think the two of us have done what we can. Like we looked around, we asked everyone we saw. We don't really have the magic to find her or the money to pay someone to, even if we could find someone at 2:30 in the morning.
I just don't want to give up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go out and you get some rest. Then at least only one of us isn't getting rest.
I mean, I don't want you to end up the same way Val was. And then
Tefra could literally, that could be happening to her right now.
I know, but it'll be better for us if Val, like, I don't want the two of us to split up and then we're just even more fractured. Me and you need to stick with Val and then we can figure out what we're doing.
I just can't give up on her, but you stay with Val and I'm just going to do one more pass and then I'll come back. But you should get some sleep so that you can actually, if we're leaving at noon tomorrow, then you need to get as much sleep as possible. And then if, when you both wake up, then if I'm not back, then you can come looking for us.
Yeah, I don't like this idea, but I also can't prevent you from doing things, so.
I'm 19.
Okay. So Alara,
I'm going to jog back to the place where we're at.
Okay, damn. Okay. So again, all the way across the city.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like there's I don't have any.
Okay. All right. So are you going to a new location or where are you
now that I feel like it's probably, especially like that area of lights, I think it's probably even more deserted now, right?
Yeah. You get there and the lights have been turned off. It is now just a dark alley.
Okay. But I'm half
Will you roll me a d20, please?
But I'm half elf, so I can see in the dark, right? Yeah.
Great. Will you roll me a d20, please?
Oh, yeah. D20. A 9.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
An 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Will you read me your inventory?
Yeah. Well, all of it?
Just tell me, just some of the stuff that you have.
I've got 30 gold. I have my ring, I have arrows, I have one dagger because I gave the other dagger to Val.
Mm-hmm.
I have a longbow, I have an unbreakable arrow, and then I have like all the like bedroll, grappling hook, lots of insect repellent. Yeah, rain catcher, like all the stuff that we got.
Okay. As you are walking and doing your perusal for Tefra, there is a drunk couple who are very, very handsy with one another, and they're walking, and he's got his arm around her, she's got her arms around his waist, like they're really all over each other. And as they walk past you, the guy bumps into you, and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that," and he goes off. But you lose your dagger, and you lose 5 gold.
Okay.
He has picked your pocket.
This is the second time this has happened to me. I don't like this place. Okay, so let me take out 5 gold. That's pretty good though. Last time I lost like 30 gold, so. And dagger. Okay.
All right, now roll me another investigation check.
Okay. 23.
Okay. So, in your desperation, you are just retracing your steps. And it is now so, I'm going to say this takes you a while. I'm going to say this takes you a long time. In fact, the sun is beginning to rise. It's about 5:30 in the morning as you're walking around, and some people start arriving at the jewelry market when you decide to head back around to the jewelry market. And you ask around about Solomon specifically, and nobody's like, "Oh yeah, he and this chick nobody knows that." But you are able to find one merchant who is kind of unlocking and getting ready for the day, who can tell you that he didn't see Solomon last night, but he does know that Solomon lives in the market ward and that he has an apartment near the Red Bazaar. And he gives you vaguely the directions of where that apartment is.
All right. So I'm headed there. Try to go door to door until I can find him.
Okay. So that's, again, on the other side of the city, totally across the city. Do you want to pick up Micah and Val before you do that, or?
It's like, are they on the way kind of thing?
Yeah, because the Red Bazaar, that's near where your guys' is.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to stop off there first, tell him that I have a rough idea of where he lives, and maybe we can do door to door.
Okay. So, Val, you can go ahead and give yourself a long rest. You have had a long rest. Micah, if you choose to go, you will not receive your long rest.
Would you guys be okay with me staying and finishing my little nap here?
Yeah, I mean, we need, honestly, we need as much for this journey. You know, I'll be the weakest one of us, but at least you'll have your spells back. You'll have, I think you should probably stay rested.
Yeah, because I'm practically tapped out at this point.
Yeah.
Did you have something you wanted to say? Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Yes, my question. Would Alara still have a level of exhaustion if she takes a short rest instead of a long rest?
Yes, you need to have long rests in order to regain abilities and not take exhaustion. Yeah.
Could I potentially sleep on the boat?
Yeah, I mean, the boat is going to take a long time to get you to Fort Valerian, so you will definitely have multiple sleeps on the boat.
Okay, so that's Alara's, where her brain's at. She's thinking, I can sleep on the boat. We just have to find Tefra.
Okay.
Okay, so are Val and I already going, or do I need to go?
Val and you are off, but we're going to switch to Tefra.
Yay. Hopefully she's okay.
Tefra, your eyes kind of you become to consciousness. But your eyes aren't fully open yet, but there is a sense of dawning light that you find rather aggravating. Your head hurts. Your mouth tastes like stale vomit. And when you vaguely are able to force your eyes open, you are in a bedroom that you don't recognize. It's small but pleasantly furnished, but you don't fully know where you are.
I'm gonna vibe check my surroundings.
You can look around. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, man. 17.
17. So you look around. There's no one else in the room with you. And there's a bedside table with a little glass of water and a little plate with some herbs and a little note that says, drink and eat if your head hurts.
I guess I'll drink and eat it.
Okay. You're going to drink the glass and eat the herbs?
Yeah.
All right. So the glass of water,
she made it alive.
the glass of water is just refreshing. It's a way of, avoiding dehydration. The herbs are minty and nice, and they kind of take away that disgusting taste in your mouth. And that's another thing is unfortunately near the bed, there is a bowl that has been placed out, and you can see the remnants of some sick in that bowl. And you believe that that's probably yours.
How embarrassing. Do I still have all my belongings? Like no one pickpocketed me at any point?
You can do a check on yourself and you pat yourself down. You are still in your clothes from last night. They are sweat drenched. They kind of stink because you know what it is to still be in your clothes after you've had a drunken night out and you've gotten sick, right? Like that's the vibe. But the bed you're in is clean. It's like crisp, nice smelling sheets, but ruined a little bit by the effect of your clothing. And you still have all your belongings on you. Yes.
Okay, that's good. So I can safely assume that I'm in Solomon's apartment and he's not here?
He's not in this room.
Okay, can I leave this room and check out a living room or something?
You can absolutely leave this room and check out the living room.
Yeah, so I was like, did he Hannibal Lecter me and like try to kill the germs from my skin or what?
You leave the bedroom, you walk out, and there is a the bedroom is the smallest room of the apartment. There is a decently sized sitting area and a little kitchen nook. And Solomon, your jewelry merchant, is fast asleep on his couch with a small little blanket off to one side and another bowl at his side, also filled with sick.
Okay, now I don't feel so embarrassed. Like, can I find a bathroom? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna toss some water on my face and look at myself in the mirror and be like, "Girl, what the fuck?"
So I will say this, that I'll allow there to be indoor plumbing in Schultz. Solomon does not have a mirror in his bathroom, but there's a chamber pot and there's
my god, a man that vain would have a mirror.
I'm just saying, mirrors are expensive as F. Like
He's a jewelry merchant, girl.
There was a mirror in his bedroom. There was not a mirror in his bathroom.
Okay, gotcha. And then I'm gonna wake him up and be like, I don't know what happened last night. I'm so sorry, but I gotta go.
I completely understand. I think we had some bad Feywild mushrooms or something that was awful, but I hope you're feeling better this morning. I'm so sorry. Yes, Estelle, this is canon now. Thank you.
Oh my god, stop it.
Yes. Please do not let this reflect badly on the beautiful port city. I've never had this happen before, and I am sorry. I hope to see you again sometime, but I know the likelihood of that is very small.
I hope to see you again too. And I give him a little kiss on the forehead and be like, I'll write to you or something.
I look forward to it. And then he kind of leans over and retches a little bit into his bowl.
Yeah, I'm Speedy Gonzalez out of there.
Okay.
I vomit.
You're out of there. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So as it so happens, you kind of, walk out, you walk down the internal stairs of the apartment building. It's small. You would think there may be only 4 or 5 apartments within this little section. And there is a door that leads out to one of the side streets. And just as you open the door, who should it be but a very refreshed looking Val and a very ragged and exhausted Alara. And is there a way on D&D Beyond to indicate an exhaustion level? I think it's under like conditions.
Yeah.
You can mark exhaustion, but I don't think you can say which level you're at.
Really? Because that's
There's a 1, 2, 3 at the bottom of there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Well, then they fixed that since the last time I looked at it, because before it used to just be a little toggle.
Where is it? So I can do it.
Should I click conditions, add active conditions?
Yeah, it's underneath your hit points.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, so...
And also, because it is a new day, Micah, Val, Tefra, each of you please roll me a d20.
Am I on what level of exhaustion
Just
am I?
level 1.
Level 1? Okay.
It gives you disadvantage on certain things, I think.
Okay.
I got a 20!
Okay.
I know it means nothing in terms of this roll, but still exciting.
15.
15.
Mine is so slow. I think it's a 19.
Wow. Okay. A 19.
Yeah, a 19.
All right. This morning, Tefra, what you had thought had been sunlight was actually lightning. It is pouring down rain. Pouring down rain. Oh, actually, in fact. Oh my God, Wallace. Of course this would happen. Hold on. Okay, good. Thank God. Jesus Christ. I was rolling to see the chances of a tropical storm, which means you guys couldn't even set sail today, but it's fine. It's not a tropical storm. It is just very, very heavy rain. And it's not actually super windy, so it's not a tropical storm. But even though it's heavy rain, there's no break in the heat. It is as if this heavy rain is bringing the heat. It is so oppressively hot in this rain. Like, it's so hot that the rain feels like bathwater. It doesn't even provide any relief from the intense heat. So, yeah, Cholt, the beauty of Cholt.
Ew. Glad I'm not there personally.
Yeah, as Estelle says, perfect day to set sail.
Now, what time is it?
What time is it?
It's like 6.
Okay, so now that Tefra's okay, I'm going to take a little nap.
How do you know she's okay? You guys just ran into her.
Oh, I thought that was the point. Yeah. Tefra, are you okay?
Christ. That he doesn't exist. Lost above.
What did you just say?
I said Jesus Christ, but I'm like,
Oh, did you say loft above? Or it should be loft below because she's from
loft
the
below. Sorry. Loft
No, you're
below. Sorry. Where the fuck have you been? Oh my God.
I just had another case of food poisoning. No memory past seeing you walk away and eating whatever the hell that salad was. I don't know. At least my breath doesn't stink right now.
Oh, man.
Small mercies.
Yeah.
Do you think because Val was attacked and they tried to get the map from her, and when they couldn't find it, we think they went after you. Do you think you were poisoned?
Oh, I mean, that is a possibility.
Because they wouldn't have found
but it's a possibility.
right? Because they would have if you were poisoned and they searched you, they wouldn't have found the map. So that means they'd still be coming after us. We need to be. I'm exhausted, but we need to be really careful.
So let's go back to Kaya's and I don't know.
We actually moved. Yeah, we moved. Just because we were afraid that they would come to Kaya's.
Okay.
So
Now, hold on. Do you trust this Solomon, Defra?
I mean, I woke up very afraid. I'm not gonna lie to you there. But when I came out of the bedroom, he was on the couch, equally as sick. So I can trust that no man would induce his own suffering. You know.
and if it was from like we could have just poisoned both of you, you know, just to be safe.
Collateral damage.
Do you think he's asleep, passed out up there?
Why?
We need some kind of tribute for the King Aramog. Was there any value up in his bedroom or in his?
Oh, didn't he give me this ring or something shiny?
Yeah, he gave you a ring. He gave you a ring as a little opening. It was his little opening act to what he had wanted to be an absolutely spectacular date, but fate unfortunately had other plans.
Because if there's anything else up there, I could just.
I'm not gonna stop you. But I will rat you out if he asks.
Why would he ask? We're leaving.
It's true.
I said I would write to him.
And it would be it'd be good to see if he was faking it. Because he may have been the person that searched her to find the map.
Do what you must.
Yeah. At least just sneak up there and see.
Yeah. I think I'm going to.
All right.
Stealthily,
Yeah.
with all my roguely abilities.
Yeah. I love this, Estelle. She's like, well, this man left her at Sickball and her as well. He was also rudging, and now you're going to rob him? Look.
Yeah.
To be fair, Val doesn't know that.
He could be faking.
All right, Val. I'm going to want you to roll me 2 different checks. One is going to be stealth. Actually, 3 checks.
Okay. One
is going to be stealth, just for the act of entering his apartment. Oh, and I'm going to roll to see if he's still asleep. He is. So that sets the DC. You have a little bit lower of a DC because he is sleeping when you enter. But I want you to roll me stealth to make sure you can't wake him. And roll me investigation to see if you're capable of finding something. And I was going to have you do sleight of hand, but I feel like that goes into the stealth. So we'll just do stealth and investigation.
Okay. Wow. This is cool. Can I got a 6. Can I use my inspiration to roll again?
You can absolutely use your inspiration to roll again.
Also, sorry. I'm going to try to refresh because my D&D Beyond, like the dice is literally like barely rolling across. Like, it's so slow for some reason.
And you can also just ask Google to roll you a d20 if D&D Beyond's not working. Google will roll it for you too.
It's still so slow, but it's fine.
Okay.
I think that's a natural 20.
For stealth? Excellent.
Yeah. I think if it's going to pop up here, I think that's what that means.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, 25. Not
Nice.
20.
Okay, Val. You roll me an investigation check.
Okay, hold please. A 10.
Okay. 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 Here's my question for you, Val. With a 10, that's kind of on the cusp. You can either have Val do a quick search scan. You know that in that instance, she's going to be super stealthy. She's going to get in. She's going to get out. No chance that he wakes up. But with that 10, right, so you have a certain DC for what you could find, right? And if I'm being so for real with you right now, 10 is middling, okay? So if you have Val just go in and out, what you're going to find is also going to be middling. However, you could lower the DC of what you find and have that 10 be because it takes you so long to find it. But that will mean you have to roll me another stealth check because you take so long that he might wake up. So it's up to you.
I think I'm going to do a more thorough check and do another stealth.
Okay, roll me another stealth check.
Oh, I should just do it on Google. It's such a... Oh. 23.
Okay. So you're in there for about half an hour. And it's up to you guys whether or not you start getting concerned about her or not. But you're in there for about half an hour. And you find, roll me 2d4.
I think Alara and I, we're no longer sitting in the ring. We've gone inside the stairwell or whatever, and we're just like slumped against each other.
Napping.
Tefra, you, even though you're sick, you did receive a long rest, just so you know.
Okay.
So
7.
Okay. You find in the bedroom, in a floorboard, okay, you find a wooden box with 7 potions of healing and 50 gold.
Yoink.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That's payment for a bad date.
Are there any jewels or anything like sitting on like a dresser or something, or like
I have told
jewelry?
you what Val found. That is what
Okay.
Val found with that.
All right, she's gonna sneaky slip her way back out and down this.
All right. I have a whole file about repercussions of your guys' actions, and I'm updating it.
So fun.
All right. Okay. So you are reunited as a party, slightly richer, slightly better off in terms of healing ability. Actually, decently better off in terms of healing ability. 7 is about as good as you can roll with a 2d4 roll. And yeah, it's now, Val was in there for a while. It's now about 7 in the morning. You guys are due at the Royal Docks in 5 hours.
Okay, everyone's safe. For now anyway. I definitely do need to take a nap. Can I get like a short rest?
You definitely can take a short rest.
Okay.
But you will not receive a full rest today.
Okay.
I assume y'all are coming back to the place you left me?
Yep.
But should we get our stuff first from Kaya's, or did you guys already move our stuff?
They fully transferred over to the new inn. That was my neighbor going to the bathroom. Have you heard that?
It sounded like thunder.
Like
I was like,
I was like,
ambiance.
coming through walls for the sound effects.
Yeah, great. Excellent. Let's keep that up. Yep. That's definitely what that was.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys walk back to the Thunderous Lizard, and it is absolutely a deluge. Like it's not windy at all, so there aren't like, things flying. There's not debris you have to avoid. But
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Double flush. Interesting.
Ooh.
I hope your neighbor can't hear you talking about this.
I know, because the reason I can hear them is because the pipes are in my walls. My apartment building is super well insulated. I can't hear my neighbors when they're blasting music or watching TV or anything. Like, it's well insulated. It's just the piping, the plumbing I can hear.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not judging. I just said interesting. That's all. And,
Also, a courtesy flush.
Yeah. But it's good. It's very atmospheric. I should text them and be like, can you just keep flushing for my D&D game? Anyway, so yeah, what are you guys, are you just going to try and rest and get ready for the Belladonna launch, or do you have any final bits of business that you want to take care of?
Yeah, what time do we have to be at the temple to get at least what we can get in the morning? Because I know we can't get the I forgot. Remember
It's up to you guys. It's up to you when you want to get there. Because, I mean, you know that Belladonna is leaving at noon. It's up to you how early you want to be there for that. The temple is not that far from the Royal Docks. So, because you guys had made that walk last night. So, you know it's not that far. And you know exactly where you're going this time.
Okay.
We are meeting Eku at 10 a.m. to give her the gold that we owe her so she can disperse it among the poor, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
So
I
I'm
would like
just
to
gonna.
find.
Oh, sorry. What?
I would like to find an armor of some sort and try to get at least a rapier of some kind with my new 50 gold.
Oh my god, your moon touch rapier.
I'm gonna sleep until 9.
Until 9.
Yeah.
Are other
2
people going
hours.
to rest as well? Or are people going to do stuff while Alara is taking her cat nap?
I assume I'm finishing up my long rest.
You are. You finished. Let's see. You wait. Well, no, not really, Micah. You came in at 3 roughly, so your long rest won't end until 11. So you're kind of
How long is a long rest? Isn't it 6 hours?
8 hours.
Is it 8?
3 plus 8. Yeah, it's 8 hours.
Oh, I always thought it was 6.
Am I dumb?
Are tieflings different?
No, I think I might just be stupid. It's fine.
Like a night's sleep. How long a night is a long rest in D&D? Is a long rest in D&D? 8 hours. Okay, yeah.
Are
Learn
half
something
elves
every
like
day.
drow and high elves where do they have to take 8 or 4?
That is just an elfin feature. Half elves
Okay.
need a full night's rest. Yeah.
I'll scooch over on the bed and make room for Alara so she can get her nap in.
Oh, snuggling.
That's nice. That's nice.
All right, Tefra, do you want to rest here or are we setting out together again?
I think, I don't think we're the best team. So I think we should just sit here for a little while.
Well, I need to go get a weapon, so.
I mean, before Val leaves and before I take my nap, can I give her some gold to get me a dagger? Because I lost both my daggers. I gave her one dagger and then I lost another dagger. So, Val, before you leave, let me just give you. How much are daggers? Do we know? Let's see.
I mean, it depends on quality.
This is 2 gold is the average.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give Val 5 gold.
Okay.
And ask her to get me a dagger.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Oh, no, wait, I'll come with you, Val.
Okay.
You still have the map, and I don't trust you on your own.
I could leave the map here. We could put it in the bag of holding.
You want to do that, y'all?
Well, I mean, but then it's like they've already searched you, so they don't think you have it. It might be the safest place.
I mean, my Birkin is incredibly safe, as we have learned.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is that
This bra is powerful.
they're gonna search for the bag of holding if they do catch up with us.
Yeah.
They're gonna. So I would. They've like checked you off. So I feel like it's safer with you.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I'm 19. I don't know anything.
All right, we'll leave it with Val, but I'll come with you, Val, just for added safety.
All right.
And I'll be on my 10s.
Right. I'm gonna take a nap.
Oh, I need to update the journal that a new day has begun. From your 2-3 days in Port Nyanzaru, you are now vaguely familiar with the setup of the city, and you know that your best chance of finding an armorer of some form is at the Grand Souk, which is across the city.
Okay.
So honestly, from an intelligence perspective, you guys probably want to just have it be where you're gonna meet them at the docks because
Okay.
I'll
I'll tell Micah when she wakes up.
Yeah, it would just be a waste of time to go, come back, get your stuff. Like you should gather your stuff and go because that's going to be the area that you need to get for the docks anyway.
Gotcha.
All right. Well,
I got McMuffin.
Nice.
Wait, before you leave, then who's gonna
No,
stop?
you do not.
Who has
You do not.
McMuffin?
You don't have McMuffin.
Where's McMuffin?
You were attacked. And he.
Wait, but last session you said that McMuffin came back to Val at the tavern because we asked about McMuffin.
Okay, whatever. You make muffins.
As long as he's not dead. As long as he's alive. So
Yeah.
He's not dead. He wasn't dead. He's just a wild animal that she just adopted, and then she got a cat.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was just thinking, I was like, what would a cat do? I was like, the cat would have bolted, and you would never have seen that cat again, you know? But if I said last session that you have McMuffin, I guess you have McMuffin. That's fine.
Don't listen to her, Snake. We know you wouldn't leave.
Okay, I'm not saying Snake would leave you. I'm not saying, no, Becca, Snake.
I'm kidding.
Like, this would have been like after you just adopted.
Okay, Snake
right?
would have 100% left me. It's fine. Okay, so since I'm actually going to be here till 11 and we're going to meet at the docks at noon, we need to make sure that Val or Tefra, like, you guys are the ones that need to stop at the temple to get the information that they can give us.
And then who's going to meet with Eku?
Yeah.
Tefra's got all of our money, though.
Yeah,
so
I do have all it.
I guess.
Yeah. So you meet with Eku because we're here till 11, so it's kind of going to take us the whole time to get to the docks when Micah wakes up.
And did you guys say that you were going to meet Eku at the docks, or were you going to meet here?
It was at the docks.
At the docks.
At the docks. Okay.
At the docks at 10?
That's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and I said I was gonna sleep till 9, but if she's sleeping till 11, I think I'm gonna sleep until 10 and then eat something.
Okay, great. But I'm gonna move to Val and Tefra because they're gonna do stuff before you guys wake up. So, Val and Tefra, you set out. It's an early morning. The city's coming alive. What's the
I'm gonna hail a tuk-tuk.
Tuk-tuk.
See if I can hail one.
You it's not too hard this time of day. You are able to,
even though it's a deluge.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You guys make it over to the Grand Sook, no problemo.
All right, I'm looking for someone who's selling weapons.
Easy enough to find. Just let me know what you want and we can discuss.
Well, I need at least 2 daggers and a rapier, at least. I'd like to see how much money that is.
Okay, so everything in Chol, as you know, is more expensive because it's Chol.
Sure is.
So daggers actually 4 gold a piece, and a rapier, dandy cost of rapier is going to be 50 gold.
Jeez. Shit. Where is there a clearance aisle? Maybe.
You can roll me an investigation check to find a better deal, or you guys can try and barter.
Oop, I got a 19 investigation.
19 for investigation. All right, you are able to find someone who's selling a rapier for 40 gold, but you can also try and barter too.
I'm gonna try to barter.
How?
I'm gonna walk over to this lovely person who is selling and just
It's a woman who does not look Cholton. In fact, she looks like she might be from Coventry.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't look like she could be from Coventry. Coventry is a melting pot, like many places in this world. Her voice, she speaks with the lilting tone of someone from Dock Cape.
Oh. I hear your accent. I have a friend who's from an area similar to yours, I believe.
Indeed. That's lovely. It's always nice to hear people from back home.
It is, isn't it? Especially in a place like this.
Yes, the rain really does get to me. Dock Cape is also quite wet, but it's more of a misty, cool sort of experience. This humid bog, I get so frail in it.
Yeah, it's quite sweaty.
Yes, indeed. I long for a cold plunge.
That'd be so nice right now. Oh.
Indeed, very much so. Would you like to buy this rapier?
Is it from Coventry? Or where'd you get your weapons from?
They are sourced from a friend I have in Dark Cape. Yes, indeed. The steel is very good quality. The handle is well balanced. You're welcome to try it if you'd like. It's tipped right now, though, so it can't. She'll be like, once you purchase it, I'll take the tip off. But I don't want to have people handling my weapons and then using them on me to take them away.
Naturally.
Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's amazing.
It is 40 gold.
I'll have to think about it. Do you have many people coming to, what's the word, pawn off weapons to you?
Oh, I do not accept second-hand. All of my weapons are first-grade quality. They are, like I said, I have a partnership with the smith over in Dark Cape, excuse me, it's early. And yes, I don't accept second-hand.
Do you know of any similar armorers who do? And she's kind of
she is not inclined to tell you about that. She doesn't want to, she just gives you a polite smile. She doesn't really respond to that question.
You see, I was robbed. My favorite rapier, much like this high quality one, was stolen. So I was curious to see if it was
that. Unfortunately, that is the reality of Port Nyanzaru.
Yes, I'm coming to learn that. Any chance of a discount for a Coventry friend?
You can roll a persuasion check to see. Well, we'll see. The DC is kind of high. I'll just say that.
Yeah, it wasn't my best attempt. 15.
A 15. She says, it is already quite cheaper than some of my other competitors, despite its high quality. But I suppose I could knock off 5 gold. So I would part with it for 35.
35. And how much are your daggers?
5 apiece.
The shop over there, daggers were 4, so we can go back over there for daggers.
Yeah. I think I will take this rapier, though.
Wonderful. So you can add a rapier to your inventory, knock off 35 gold, and you can buy the 2 daggers from the previous shop for 4 apiece. So that's $8. That's 8 gold. Which I always thought it was like 1 gold is like $100, which makes everything. The economy in D&D makes no sense to me. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I'm like, damn.
Val, I'll buy the 2 daggers since you were robbed and you just now got some of your money back.
Thank you.
See, Sasha knows about bartering. She's like, how about a deal since you're buying 2?
Right. 2 for 1.
No,
6 gold.
I'm gonna go over and thank the woman as well for.
Oh my
Sasha.
pleasure, darling.
Are there any?
Yeah.
Are there any like magical weapons around?
So you are aware from your time at Port Nyanzaru that the only person in town who he has a monopoly on magic is Wakanga Otomu, and you know that he really only deals in spell scrolls and potions.
Dang, no one here breaks the rules. Jesus,
you guys were
able
through a very high roll. You guys were able to find a bag of holding the other day on a black market kind of type situation. So you could try, but it took you so long to find that bag of holding, and you don't know if you really have hours and hours to search the Grand Souk for someone who's willing to cross Wakanga Otomu.
Okay, yeah.
I also want to ask the dagger merchant the same questions I was asking the other merchant about if he takes weapons that were previous, if he takes pawned items, basically.
Yeah, I'll take a pawned item every now and then. Yeah.
You haven't happened to see a moon-touched rapier cross your stores in the last 24 hours?
Well, first of all, it's been like 10 hours.
10 hours?
It's like, I gotta be so honest with you. I don't even know what those words that you just said. I know rapier. I know all those words individually. I don't understand what it means altogether. Moon touch.
When you pull it out, it illuminates the whole.
Oh, because I was gonna say I could put one of my rapiers out at nighttime when the moonlight was shining, and that would also be, I guess, moon touched. But
no, it's a special drow metal.
Oh well.
I think.
And he kind of gives you a look up and down. He's like, "Yeah, I don't really deal with drow weapons."
You're lost then. Okay. Thank you, though. And then she...
Sounds
All right. Tefra, shall we go to the temple? This is what
Yes.
I'm nervous about.
We should go to the temple if it's the right time, like if it's 9:30, we have time to go to the temple. But if it's like 45, we probably head to the dock to meet Ek.
You are still, it's like 8-ish, like 8:30-ish. You've got tons of time.
Okay.
So you guys head to the Temple of Savris. It is open. There are the priests in their little alcoves with their little divining balls and mirrors and other such things. One priest has tarot cards. And there, so you don't see Father Zatembe and you are assuming that he's off doing the ritual to answer your question about the soulmonger. But you are directed towards priests that Father Zatembe told you about last night, who would help you divine the other two questions. And for Aramag, they tell you that the dragon turtle is not to be defied. It would mean certain death otherwise. He is of a greedy type, though he can be reasoned with, and he will determine the value. What's the phrase? He will determine whether or not he is insulted by your bequeathal based off of the quality of ship you sail on.
Okay.
And then for Syndra, they tell you that within the cycle of 3 moons, she will leave this plane. Unless she should fall to further injury. But if she remains safe and secure, as she is now, the cycle of 3 moons. Within the cycle of 3 moons.
Does that mean 3 months or 3 weeks or 3 days?
The cycle of the moon here is so on this world. Oh, right. I have a whole system for this. Whatever. You guys know that's roughly like 90 days.
Okay. Are you okay, Val?
It's not going to be enough time. Yeah. All right. She go talk to Echo.
Do you leave a tip for the priests?
They asked for 25 gold. No.
Fair. He kind of gives you like a sad little look. He's like, I'm just an acolyte. I don't take the gold. Like, okay, whatever. Have a good day, I guess.
Val is just like, she doesn't even register that he's even there anymore after he's spoken. She's literally just like.
Did anyone else hear that?
Mm-mm.
Here,
no.
What?
My computer just went, boop.
Oh. I did not hear that.
No worries.
Val is like completely, she is not even registering that he's even there now that the words have come out of his mouth. She's literally just like.
In shock.
She's almost catatonic.
Okay. Gotcha. Tefra, how do you proceed?
I'm thinking about the turtle dragon
Mm-hmm.
of like, what he wants being equitable to the kind of ship we're on. If we're going to be on a merchant princess ship that's, obviously going to be probably lavish, we've got to have something equal in value to offer him, which I don't think we have. So I'm like, there's a little Alara on my shoulder being like, will we have to kill the turtle dragon guy?
How do you proceed? Oh, 3?
Just internalizing.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you froze for a second for me.
Didn't we find out that Val had some power that she could speak to the turtle? Isn't that what we discovered last session?
Yes, I will be. Yeah, I can speak
Whoa.
Draconic.
You can speak Draconic.
Oh, okay.
Which is something that he can understand.
Eku also said they'd be willing to help offset the cost of the tribute if necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Well, yeah.
Val is just like unbraiding one of the braids that's in her hair and then like redoing it. She's like, she's not having a great time. She's having a bad time.
Okay.
Even worse than when she was injured. Like,
Okay.
At least now we have a time frame of some comfort. You know, she's not gonna perish as soon as we get to the jungle.
comfort. 3 months.
That's better than 3 days or 3 weeks, you know?
Yeah, but will we even get to anywhere in the jungle in 3 months?
I mean, there's always the chance that we don't.
It'll all be for nothing.
Yeah, pretty much. What are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna just sit here and sulk? Nut up or shut up.
You know what? That's the slap in the face, basically, that Val needed. Yep.
I knew
Okay.
that'd work.
I like it. You both can take a point of inspiration. That was awesome. That was fun.
Nice. Okay. What time is it? God, how long have we been fucking standing here?
I don't know, probably like 20 minutes or so. You were kind of in a daze. Were you with them when they went to the docks and like scoped it out? Do you know, like, what did they glean from over there? Should we just go over there while we have the time and just wait and see?
Yeah, let's yeah, might as well. I mean, maybe we can get some food too if there's a stall. Although maybe not, considering you were kind of poisoned last time, but
Oh, don't remind me. That's a rumble.
Yeah, actually, Tepper, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
oh no.
Oh God.
And it's a saving throw, so there's a different little section to. Oh God.
8.
Okay, so you guys are on your way out of the Temple of Sabras, and there are street signs that are in Cholton, but Val is starting to pick up Cholton, and also I think I said this last time, but the street sign to the Royal Docks literally has Royal Docks written in Cholton, but then there's a little ship symbol with a crown above it. So you guys are on the way there, and as you walk, you pass a food stall, and Tefra, you get a waft of this, like, what normally would not be considered unpleasant. Like, this food stall, it's not like it's greasy beef or anything like that. This is someone who's making green juices, you know? Is that you're in the healthy vibe part of the city, you know, with the yoga moms and stuff like that. Like, they like their morning juice.
Oh my God, Kale. No.
You get a waft of that smell. Like, I don't know if you've ever had like literally like spinach, kale, apple, turmeric, and ginger. You smell it and it triggers something, and you retch in the street, just throw up, and like you are hit with a wave of intense nausea, and you throw up, and after though you feel kind of better. You're like, oh, you're shaking, and like you got sweat and some tears and stuff like that, but there's a sense of relief too. So
Okay, I guess that's what I needed. I was try to kick some dirt over it.
yeah, there are a couple people who walk past and give you like tisks and kind of shock sounds. They assume you're drunk at like 9 a.m.
Val's just gonna glare at them and like put a hand on her like hilt. Move on. Move along. She's saying that in like Cholton.
Nice. Okay.
Nothing to see here.
Sounds good.
God, have you never seen a drunk person before? Ugh.
They rush away. Moms and their children. You're harassing.
That's all.
I'm not a menace.
I love it. All right. But eventually, you guys do make it to the Royal Docks. There is a little cafe there that looks like it has some decent food. Val, in fact, you see on the little menu outside that they've got mushroom tea, which is something that's so comforting to you in your home. And honestly, you would probably recommend it to Tefra as well because it's a broth. It's got electrolytes in it. It could be a rejuvenating broth if she's able to keep it down.
I'm absolutely going to go over and get a bowl, 2 of them.
All right. So that's
I got this, Tefra.
That's a silver
I got
piece
this.
each. So 2 silver.
Hold on. Oh, so 2 silver? Sorry.
Yeah, because it's for each of them. So 1 silver per each. So 2. Yeah, that's how math works.
So I bring back over the bowls and be like, eat this. This is drow hangover fixer. And trust me, we drow know how to fix a hangover because we get a lot. We know how to party in the Underdark, okay?
I'm gonna take small, tiny sips.
Devesha, it's basically like a miso soup. So it's like it's salty, umami. There's a mushroom skewer on the side of it. It's warm, comforting, even in the deluge, which by the way, you guys are thoroughly soaked. Even with the tuk-tuks that you've been taking, those are open air vehicles. So you are like, your clothes are dragging you down. So even though it's hot out, like there is a part of you that's a little cold just because of the evaporation and stuff like that from your skin. So you do find the soup comforting, and it does settle your stomach as well. There's a little bit of like a soy sauce fishiness to it. It is nice.
Val's just kind of like slightly crying into it as she drinks it.
Why is she crying?
Because she missed it. So she's had a really rough 10 hours.
That's fair.
She's like trying to hold it together, but she's like, God, this is so good.
So Solomon suggested that it was possibly mushrooms, but actually what they had was a Feywild salad, and it was a specific type of flour in the salad that made them sick, but Tevra doesn't know that. But
thank you for recommending the soup. It was good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look, guys, it's a broth, okay? All right. What would you like to do?
After we finish, I guess I'm just going to kind of look like through the crowd, see if I can spot the Belladonna.
Yeah. So it's not super crowded because it's the Royal Docks. Everybody here is dressed beautifully. Oh my God, Estelle. Disgusting. There is a ship that's coming in. That's kind of where the biggest crowd is. You can see that there are some people very well dressed waiting for that ship to arrive. It looks like some dignitaries or foreign emissaries might be coming in. But for the most part, it's pretty quiet. There are a couple of people else in the cafe. But there is a ship moored very close to the cafe, in fact, that is smaller but very well appointed, lovely. And it has very familiar looking herbal flowers painted on the side. And you know that this ship is, from your own just understanding of poisons, because drow are very familiar with poisons, you understand that that flower is the belladonna flower, and so you're assuming that that ship is the belladonna. It is not the grandest ship in the fleet, but it looks small. Like you kind of assume maybe that Jessamine has other grander ships, and that maybe this is one that is more like her errand ship, that this does errands for her, but it is still very nice. It's small though. It's small compared to some of the
small comfort.
Yeah. Maybe he won't ask for a lot, and I don't know. Usually people are pretty nice to us when we tell them that we're looking to break the death curse. So maybe he'll be more amenable if we also tell him that.
Possibly. I wonder what's going on down here. Who are these people waiting for? Can we just like go down into the crowd and be like, oh, what lovely ship coming in? Who's sailing it? What's happening?
Is this the Titanic?
Yeah,
the Titanic. Yeah, Olympia, the sister ship. Yeah.
The ship is still out in the bay. It's coming, but it's not like here yet. But you can sit as you drink your tea. You can watch as it sails in. You see the deckhands on the crew. They look quite small right now, but they are doing all the things with the ropes and the bags of sand and stuff. They're prepping to dock.
I want to ask someone in the crowd, like, whose ship is this? Who's on the
Okay.
ship? Why are we all standing here watching the ship?
Roll me persuasion check to see if anybody chats with you.
Ugh, how rude. Okay, 17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You find a young woman who looks like she's more one of these people's servants. And she tells you that this ship is a foreign envoy who will be a guest of the merchant prince Quiothi. You ask who that is. Quiothi is the merchant prince who deals in fruit, wine, ale, tej, oil, perfume, and insect repellents. And she's
Love that guy.
and she is having a guest come and stay with her for the next little while.
Oh.
And that this is the party that's to greet this guest and escort them back to Quiothi's villa.
What's the tej? Is this guest romantic? Is it familial? Is it gossip a little bit with me, girl? Come on.
You roll me another persuasion check.
Oh no.
Oh no. 9.
9. You see that the servant blushes and looks very hesitant to tell you. And in her hesitance, you see that the person who she's serving calls her over and she kind of gives you a little nod and walks away.
There's some hanky-panky going down on that ship.
Oh yeah. Are all the people like kind of focused on the ship out there? Like, are they like looking? Like, how many people are here?
It's not a huge crowd. It's maybe like, well, I mean, it's like 20 people, but they look like they are of various different service like representations, right? So there are people holding platters of food for arrival. There's someone with a tray of like cloths that once the people off the ship come on, they're like cold cloths and cold water. There are people holding lots of umbrellas for the people that are going to come off the ship. But then there are 2 or 3 very well-dressed, well-appointed people that, don't look like they are servants. They look like they are the actual greeting party to greet these envoys, including 2 very beautiful women specifically. Like Val specifically catches 2 gorgeous Cholton women with each with a servant holding an umbrella over them, dressed in beautiful robes. As you guys are kind of milling about the crowd, you notice that these women smell fabulous, and they smell fabulous.
Is one of them the merchant prince?
You don't know.
Val, I know you either want to flirt or pickpocket.
Damn it, Tefra!
I don't think you should pickpocket anyone.
But I really want to.
I know you do.
I was thinking about it. That's why I asked. I think I'm kind of gonna slink through the crowd closer to these 2 women and kind of scope it out. And
you do know that, so it's the 2 beautiful women. Each of them have 2 handmaidens, and each of them have 3 guards.
Do I recognize any of the symbols or patches?
Symbols or patches?
Like, do they have like for the house that they belong to? Like, do they have anything that I like?
Just a perception check.
Because like I imagine like Jessamines would be like a snake of some kind.
Also, Micah and Alara, if either of you guys need to like go take a break or anything like that, because I know we're over our typical break time. I was going to try and get a break coming up, but if either of you are desperate to go to the bathroom or something, feel free to go. I don't want you to feel. Yeah. Sorry, Val, what were you saying? Oh, you roll me a perception check.
17.
17. Okay. You notice that they are outfitted very similarly to the guards that you saw at Wakongo Tomu's house, at Jessamine's house, and at Jabal's house, but you don't see anything. Well, actually, hold on. I guess they would have like a symbol, wouldn't they? Give me a second. Let me go and look at what Coyote's house vibe is. Where are the merchant prince villas? Just wait. Oh, here they are. Perfumes and bowls of fresh fruit. They have like embroidered pomegranates on their armor, but nothing other than that. There's not like a symbol of the flaming fist or anything like that. These are in the way that Jessamines had embroidered snakes. It's similar vibes that these are pomegranates.
And what was the merchant princes of Tej name again? Tej and
Coyote. It's spelled
Coyote.
KWO. No. I'm sorry. KWAYOTHE. Coyote.
What a name.
Coyote.
I should not get in trouble.
Shouldn't get in trouble. But I'll encourage you to flirt.
I don't think I'm on my game for that today. As sad as that is. Yeah, I think Val's just like too mentally worn out that she's just like she really wants to compliment the women, but she knows she'll probably get a blade to the throat if she tries. So
all right.
She's just gonna.
I won't force you, but I'm here if you want a wing woman. Where in the world is Eku?
Yeah, I guess we should try to find her first. If it's getting close to 10, what time is it? Question mark.
It's getting close to 10.
Okay. So we should look for Eku. Can I search the crowd for her?
So you guys are over by a totally different dock. You're welcome to go over to the Belladonna to see if and wait for her.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So you head over to the Belladonna and you wait, and just as a little something somewhere chimes 10 times, and you don't know exactly where that sound's coming from, but it's somewhere, maybe on one of the ships. And as that sound rings off, you see in her beautiful blue robes the lovely Eku approaching the Belladonna. And she looks at both of you, smiles warmly, and wishes you good morning, and then looks at Tefra and kind of looks you up and down and goes, "My child, are you all right?"
Oh, Eku, I've had a rough night.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. Is there anything that I can do to make you feel better?
No, I think I've puked it all up now, so.
Oh my
But
goodness.
thank you so much for the offer.
Oh, well, I hope that you have a strong stomach, because if you're already feeling a little peaked, sailing in weather such as this might be a little bit difficult.
I think it might be rough today. I had some bad Feywild salad, but usually I'm not, seasick or anything.
Oh, all right. Well,
I'll keep a canvas bag close by.
that would be wise, yes. And you, Val, how are you today? How are you this morning?
Fine. Just fine.
Did you also partake in this bad food?
I did not, but I did get my ass kicked by an assassin. So.
Oh, her eyes like go wide. She's like, an assassin indeed.
Well, assassin might be too strong, but they were
definitely a hired hand.
Yeah.
Sounds as if you are quite lucky to be standing here this morning.
Yes, I would imagine I am. But I've always been quite lucky, so.
Is everything still in order for us to be leaving in just a few hours?
Yes, we talked to the Temple of Severus, and they told us that basically King Aramog will let us through based on how good the ship is, and that's how much the tithe will be to let us through.
Indeed.
So
I have friends who have said similar. Yes.
So we're hoping that and also maybe we can speak to him. We've heard he's not unreasonable with discussion of things. So perhaps our mission will sway him to be kind in his allowing us to pass with perhaps not as much as he is used to or demands if we can't meet the demand. But
indeed, I find that ancient entities, even ones that are driven by greed, will bow down to the overall benefit of the world in which they inhabit. After all, a greedy dragon will suffer if there is no one to pay him gold.
it's true.
Very wise.
And so yeah, we should be ready to go. Our two companions are just finishing up a rest. They are human, so they take a little longer to rest. Well, tiefling and high elf or half elf. So
I understand. And also this one, I see. And for my payment, yes, I need to go to Jabal before we leave, and I also need to distribute my funds to local charities.
Yes, of course. How much again? 130 you said?
30 days upfront payment. And it's 5 gold per day. So 150.
Okay. I give her money. But I'm like, wait, before you go, you're kind of familiar with Jabal. If Val described to you the person who attacked her, could you say if that's someone who worked for him or,
My business with Jabal, I go to the Golden Throne and I give him my tithe, I suppose I should call it, and then I leave. I do not know him or his company intimately, but if you give me a description, I will do my best to keep an eye out.
Well,
I tell her what I know. It was a woman. She was strong, and I managed to cut her across the throat. So she might have a bandage of some kind there, and probably a black eye of some sort. I think I got a
punching.
Yeah, a couple of them.
I can.
And she also has my weapon. So she has a moon touch rapier, a rapier that when you pull it out, it glows. That's also how you know it's her.
All right. I will keep an eye out. I will be back here 15 minutes before departure time, unless there's anything else we need to discuss.
I don't think so.
All right.
Thank you for keeping an eye out. We'll see you shortly.
Absolutely. All right, perfect. So at 1:44, do we want to take a small break so people can go refresh their drinks, go to the bathroom, and then we can come back here and go back to Micah and Alara as we're approaching 11? Yes?
Or we're finally going to leave Portnai's room.
Guys, wow. This would be crazy. This would be crazy. Okay,
It's only taken 30 hours.
I don't have a timer ready to go today, so should we just play the intro again? And that's a 2 minutes basically. All right. bum, 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 bum.
That was amazing.
Oh no, he's been left all alone. I'm gonna mute her just so that way we don't have to hear him barking. I refilled my drink. This is like the first time on Blank Page Tavern that I've ever done that. But I got some more coffee just because I think I needed a little extra. And I had some cuddle time with these two little girls. Yeah. Little friends. Oh, big yawn. Big yawn. Just your little baby boy. He's my little snuggle buddy. He and I are really getting along, I will say. How was that break for you? Rejuvenating, everyone?
I just took off my sweatshirt. I didn't do much.
But any more computer issues, Mars?
No, it hasn't done anything, so I think it just didn't like starting up.
Fair enough. Chat, Sasha and Estelle and maybe Flora, how was that break for you? Did you enjoy my singing at the end? Let me know. Val, how was the break for you?
Quick. Someone was screaming the entire time I went downstairs.
He was.
Got a Coke. Yep. Got a Coke and a bagel though, so we're good.
Coke and a bagel. I like it. And we're still waiting on Tevra. What is everybody's plans for this Sunday after we're done with D&D?
My friend, their birthday is tomorrow, so today they decided the whole group is going to one of those paint and sip pottery places.
Fun.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna see maybe if I can make a mug because I had a mug broken a couple of months ago that I have yet to replace. So that's my plan.
I like it.
I got nothing. Nothing planned.
Okay.
I should be writing. And I probably will.
Shouldn't we all?
God. Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, I guess I can't say that. Never mind. I've got stuff I have to do today that I'm having a meeting tomorrow that I'm like so excited for, but also incredibly nervous for. So I have to do prep for that. That's exciting. All right, and Tefra, Devisha, how was that break for you? You feeling rejuvenated?
Yes, I've emptied my bladder.
All right, and maybe perhaps for the final time in a long time, I am going to switch our background to Port Nazareth. And yes, so it is now roughly, pausing for Devisha. Anyway, no, you're good. You're there. You were like this for a while. It was funny. We are like 10:30-ish, not really. Your conversation with Echo didn't last that long, but you were able to hand over the gold. She went off to go pay Jabal and said she would be back within an hour and 45 minutes. And Micah and Alara, well, first of all, Val and Tefra, vaguely, are you guys just going to hang out until it's time to go? Okay.
Yeah. Maybe under some covering somewhere.
Yeah. You guys can go back to the cafe with the mushroom tea and just hang out, And is there anything you guys wanted to discuss in that moment, actually? If you want to, I know you had a little RP, but if you wanted to open it up to more RP, just the two of you, anything you want to talk about?
Nothing I can think of right now.
How was the date up until disaster? Because I dipped to go deal with the assassin and didn't catch any of it.
He was so sweet, such a gentleman, very nice man. I was of two minds. I was preoccupied. I was worried about where you were, and then trying to focus on him as well. And then it all went left with the Feywild salad. And then you know how sometimes you get really sick and you get like a fever, and then you black out and you have no memories of what happened after that. It was one of those kind of days. And then you robbed him.
Look, I'm sorry. We have a mission set upon us, and I needed a weapon, so I'm doing it for the greater good. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't stop you.
That's amazing.
wonder what they got up to when they were scouring. Alara looked rough. If I had been awake, I'd have told that girl to sit the fuck down and go to sleep. But what happens when the children run around?
Touch was so worried about me. I really didn't think she was capable of it.
She's
Thanks.
You can't hear me.
Yeah. I technically hear you.
she's actually
You're asleep. You can't hear me.
All right.
He wants bagel.
You can't have, buddy. She's very empathetic when you get to know her, and she just wants to do the best she can, and it's noble in someone that young. And I know that she's a lot to handle, but she's good at heart. I know that much. I've been around her enough to know that.
I see that now.
Even if she's crazy and stupid sometimes, but I love her.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so Micah and Alara.
Okay, so I got up at 10
Okay.
so that I could eat and talk to the barkeep guy. Is it Ronaldo or
Here it is Ronald at
Ronald.
the Thundering Blizzard. And for breakfast today, from the Heroes Feast cookbook, smoked. No, that's dinner. Never mind. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me. Oh, Feywild salad. Don't want that. You had options for eggs and chives, porridge and cream, or a ham platter.
I'm gonna do the ham platter.
Yum. That it's just mark off your silver for the day for food, and you're good to go.
All right. Okay, so okay, 1 silver. 1 remove. Okay. So Ronald's there. Is it crowded or are we just
There are a couple people doing hair of the dog, but it's not too busy actually.
okay? So I'm eating at the bar, so it's kind of just me and Ronald.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are like 2 other people, but they're not like sitting right next to you.
Okay. Hey, Ronald.
Morning, love.
Hello. I have a question.
Okay.
What do you know about King Toba?
King Toba?
Yes. And do you know if he has any kind of relationship with Aramog? I mean, they are giant turtles, right? Like maybe they had a relationship at some point. Like, I'm just trying to figure out because we have to face Aramog, and I'm just wondering if there's an angle that King Toba might play into it somehow.
Give me a second.
This is not what I thought Alara was going to talk about.
Me neither.
I've been obsessed with King Toba since he was mentioned to her.
That is true. She heard gem encrusted turtle and it was
Right.
like, I gotta get in on that.
So what if, I mean, the gems and Aramog, Aramog needs treasure. Like, I feel like there could be a connection there.
Also, I'm like, girl, ask about the tabaxi. Are you gonna get your money back or no?
I know, that's true. I get my money.
Hold on. Sorry. I have to look at the book. Okay. All right. Okay, he knows I don't know much about King Toba, but I do know obviously he is over
I thought Ronald was American.
Is he? You know what? He's really trying to blend in with the folks today. It's not a good Cholton accent, but he's trying. He says, I think you're right. I think he's American. He says, I don't know much about Snapping Turtle Bay, well, I don't know much about King Toba. I do know that he's in Snapping Turtle Bay, and I do know that there are also Cyclopses in that region, but I don't know much else.
So you don't know if he has any relation with Aramog?
No, I just, the stuff I know is what I hear adventurers saying when they come in, and that's all I picked up on, is that they're also, there was a group of adventurers a couple weeks back who also mentioned the Cyclopses, and that's it.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll brainstorm with Micah when they wake up. Okay. Well, thanks. Okay, I'm going to eat my meal and wait for Micah to wake up.
Oh, interesting. Sorry. Anyway, sorry. All right.
Do persuasion.
So you have a lovely breakfast, a chat with Ronald, and at about 11, Micah, you wake up and you can mark yourself off as having received a long rest.
Thank goodness. Cool. So yeah, I'll just.
Oh yeah, Alara. Oh no, he rolled for that. Never mind. I was gonna say. You're supposed to roll with disadvantage on your ability checks today, just so you know. Oh no, it's not disadvantage. I think you have a -1.
Okay.
No, you roll with disadvantage, yeah. But
okay. When I do though, is it automatic because I have clicked on exhaustion?
Oh, why don't you just roll a d20 and see what happens? Does it roll 2 and then give you the lower number?
Let me see.
Or don't roll a 20. Roll literally click on a persuasion check or something like that.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh my God, that was a 1. No, it still adds it.
Okay.
So I just need to take off 1. Okay.
No. We'll re-roll. Because it is disadvantage. It's not a -1. It's disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
On ability checks.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So Micah, you have awoken for the day. You are feeling better, refreshed. You feel magically fulfilled, but you're still feeling the effects of how late you stayed up last night. This is weird for your sleep schedule. You're like, Micah is not the kind of person who stays up all night and sleeps until almost noon. That is not normal for them.
Micah's in bed at 9:30 p.m.
Yeah.
I just want to take quick inventory. Still have my backpack with the bag of holding inside to disguise the fact that I have an illegal bag of holding.
Yep. You have everything on you still, yes.
All right. And then I'll make the bed because I feel bad for taking this maid's room for the night, and then head out and I guess see Alara.
Yes,
how you feeling?
At the bar, yeah.
I'm still super tired, but we should probably head over, but you probably need to get something quick to eat.
Hey, Ronald, you got something to go?
I could get you a ham sandwich. I could put some ham in between some bread and put on a little dragon egg aioli.
That sounds amazing.
All right. So and you can just mark off a silver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we need to take a tuk-tuk over there, right? Because it's still a half-hour tuk-tuk ride.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But while we're in the tuk-tuk and they're eating,
yeah,
I'm going to ask Micah, what do you think as a druid about King Toba?
The turtle?
Yes. Because doesn't it make sense that King Toba and Aramog might know each other?
I mean, one is a turtle, one is a dragon turtle.
Right,
they're from 2 totally different places.
Devesh, I saw you mouthed.
But don't you think there could be a connection?
There might be. I'm not denying that. I don't.
Because if we could get King Toba into the waters where Aramog is, Aramog might be attracted to all those jewels.
I think we're gonna be fine with this tribute. We have some stuff. There's other people on the boat that are going to have tribute. Like, I feel like we're worrying a little bit too much. We should worry a little bit. I'm not denying that. I'm always one to worry a little bit.
I'm just thinking
But
a
we
distraction would be good. And a giant turtle with giant jewels on its back is a good distraction.
We're heading out in like 45 minutes. I don't think we have time to find this giant turtle and convince him to do things.
Well, I have one spell slot left, and I can try Respawn.
Listen, Alara, when we get back, because I'm not entertaining the idea that we're not coming back,
Okay.
we'll go find King Toba, and you can have a conversation with this turtle and do whatever you want.
I'm just thinking King Toba could potentially be good bait.
I think we're okay. I don't think we need bait.
All right. Well, let's can we at least consider it like when we're on the boat if we get into trouble?
I don't think we're going to be anywhere near.
Alara, I want you to roll me an intelligence check.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Micah's like, it is too early for this kind of conversation.
I've got 19.
A 19. Okay. Who has the map? Does Val have the map?
Yes.
But Micah has studied the map.
Mm-hmm.
Micah, actually, I want you to roll me the intelligence check. I'm so sorry, Alara.
You're very smart, Alara. I got a 13.
Okay, that's fine. That was enough. It was not a very high DC, especially given Mike's familiarity with maps. Micah, not Mike.
Mike.
Okay. This is the map of Chult that Sindra gave you. Okay. You guys are here in Port Anzuru.
Yeah.
Snapping Turtle Bay is here.
Dang it. I thought it was right near us.
Bay of Chult is where you guys are. Snapping Turtle Bay.
All right, fine.
Sure. Okay. So Micah, that could be another argument in your arsenal that it's literally on the other side of the continent. So you definitely don't have time to do that in 45 minutes, as you've been saying.
When we're done, when we've solved this whole death curse thing, we'll go head over to Snapping Turtle Bay, take a nice little vacation.
I thought it was near us. I'm sorry. I just thought it might be a good idea.
No, it's good. I like the ideas. You should keep thinking, but just make sure you have all of the information first.
Yeah. Thanks, Micah.
Just a wee bit away. I love it. I love the thinking outside the box. It's brilliant.
I mean, kind of perfect. It's got jewels on its back. I mean, come on. Oh, well. Not meant to be.
All right. So this is the conversation you have in the pouring rain through the tuk-tuk. And at about 11:40, because if, 11:45 even, because if Micah, got dressed, got a little bit to eat, and you guys hailed a tuk-tuk, it's now about 11:45. And at this time, you're dropped off at the Royal Docks near the Belladonna. And Val and Tefra are there. Eku has walked up, as well as a small crew. So there is, there is a ship captain who is an older dwarf named Samson. He introduces himself as one of the many captains of Jessamine's fleet of ships, and he does confirm that the Belladonna is not the grandest ship in the fleet, but it's fast and it will get you to Fort Balerion, as he has been instructed to take you. It will get you there in, give me a second, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll get you to the coastline of Fort Balerion in about 3 days, like 3.5 days, which, is a time saver because it would have taken you guys a week to get there on foot. Yes, Tefra.
I thought you were going to say 26 days.
No, that's how many hexes it goes, and the ships can go about 7 hexes in a day. So it's but a hex normally walking, it takes you guys 1 day to cover an entire hex, and walking it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes away. So and so he also does tell you, he says, now I believe you've all been informed that the Bay of Tolt is guarded by a large entity known as Eramag. And the chances that we come across him are not small. I sometimes am able to sail us in such a way that he does not bother us, especially when we're on the Belladonna. If I'm on one of the more extravagant ships like the Hemlock or the Foxglove, then it's more likely that he would pull us over. The Belladonna could slip through. There's always a chance, but there's always a chance that we will come across him, and it's better that we're prepared for that than not. I would suggest having around, just to be extra safe, I would suggest a tribute valued at about 200 gold. Is that something that you are equipped with?
Yeah. Right?
Sure.
I have 4 copper to my name.
Totally. Yeah.
What if we don't have something worth that much?
What if we have like jewels? Can we supplement?
Absolutely. It does not need to be an actual gold piece. It can be the value of a collection of a what is he? The Highlands of Scotland, a collection of items.
And is he able to be spoken to? I know Draconic, so could he be spoken to?
I do know that when he approaches ships, he does speak to us in a strange growling language of some form. But I do not know that language. He is a dragon, so maybe it's Draconic. I don't know.
Okay. As long as he speaks before he's just like, chomp chomp.
In my experience, he does not attack. He on sight. He always waits. He approaches, he makes himself known, and he waits for tribute. The only reason he would attack is if he is antagonized, disrespected. And that could, of course, be if a ship were to try and fire on him, he would attack. I've seen him sink a ship in a single swipe of his does he have a tail? Whatever. I've seen him sink a ship in a single swipe. And so, yeah, he would be considered disrespected if we attacked him first, or if the tribute was not to his liking.
Got it. Well, let's just not attack him.
Indeed, that would be for the best. Obviously,
Yeah.
I would never attack him. Yes. So you are prepared for this level of tribute, yes? And Echo pipes up and says, I did retain about 30 gold pieces to contribute to this venture, as I do believe it is for the greater good, and I convince myself that it is worth it.
I mean, I have 20 gold.
I think we could swing it.
Okay.
I think we'll be all right.
All right.
Let's hope my Draconic's good enough.
Yeah.
I
Tell
hope this
about
ring Solomon gave me, it wasn't fake.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know how much it's worth, but
You can do like an intelligence check to see.
oh, can I? Yeah.
Also, Val, you can tell him about this really hot turtle in Turtle Bay.
Oh,
It's full of jewels. Maybe say,
Push
hey,
comes to shove, you know what? I might
Oh.
just.
love.
Oh, you need to just.
Teffer, how'd your intelligence roll go?
poorly. 3.
Oh,
Shiny. It's shiny. It looks pretty.
pretty. Let's hope he really liked you and shelled out a big one. I
All
think that would be a whole-
right. Let me introduce you to the rest of the crew. We have Dibble and Dabble. They are our 2 gnomish deckhands. And we have Serafina and Mariah. That is our cook and her wife. Now, Mariah, she's good company. She'll play a lute, but, she doesn't actually have a role. Jessamine could not spare a navigator. So will one of you be willing to take on that role as a navigator? And also we could use extra deckhands as well if you'd be willing to help steer and sail the ship.
I could be a deckhand.
Is it up to me to navigate because I know maps?
I think so,
Yeah.
Micah.
I think that's you.
I can help out.
All right. I'll write that down. So Micah as navigator, Mocha again, navigator.
Mike.
Alara as a deckhand. Who else wants to be a deckhand?
Val can be a deckhand.
Well, let me weigh my options. Are there any other positions available? Could I be cook assistant, maybe?
You could be the captain's assistant. You could be the technical first mate. You want?
Oh, sure.
All right. And Tefra as first mate. And Eku volunteers to help you, Micah. She admits, though, that she's more adept at navigating in a jungle than on the water, but she will help you
I
navigate.
feel like as long as I've got a map, I should be all right.
You'll see.
Yeah, obviously, but Mike is gonna try and be confident for once.
All right. So as you guys all board and get ready, Samson does tell you, he says, no, typically Eremag is at the mouth of the Bay of Cholt. So that is a full day sail from, wait, hold on, let me count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He says that's a day and a half sail from here. So the chances that we meet him or any pirates in the next day and a half are very low, because that's kind of his deal, is that he protects the Bay of Cholt from pirates, and that's why he demands tribute from us. Once we're out of the bay, pirates become a real possibility as well. So he walks you around the ship, and I'm going to show you guys the Belladonna vaguely. Present, share screen, Meh. Window, preview, I think. Oh, why is this thing so frustrating? It's fine. Google Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. To fix it, go to System Preferences. Why? Control, open link in new tab. Sorry, guys. Give me a open system. What? Oh, okay. Google Chrome.
Are you on your desktop?
I am. No, yeah, I'm on my new. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, never mind. I would have to quit first. Okay, never mind. I will next time we go. So the boat, the Belladonna is.
Could you put the picture in the Google Doc?
No, not yet. I haven't. Oh, but I could just text one of you guys and one of you could share your screen. How about that? Katie, can I text this picture to you?
You'd have to message it on Instagram, but sure.
Why? Oh, duh.
Unless you just want me to hold up my phone.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's a really simple picture, but just in case, I just want you guys to have kind of a lay of the land so you understand what we're looking at here. And this ship has a different name, but this is the Belladonna, but it's what I was able to find on the thingamajigger. There you go. The Belladonna is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 feet long, which is, again, pretty small compared to a lot of other ships. And there are 5 cannons on each side of her. And the top of the deck is an open area with a wheel near the back, of course, on a kind of lofted area. And then below deck, he walks you through. There are 2 levels below deck. There is the guest chamber level, which is where you guys will all be staying. And as well as the galley, which is where the cook will be and where meals will be served. And also the lowest of the decks is where the captain's quarters are, as well as the rest of the crew quarters. And the storage quarters, but which are currently empty.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I guess as a deckhand, I just ask what I can do.
So just to make things simple initially, we are going to have some rolls. Now, this captain does know the Bay of Cholt very well. So, Micah, you are going to have a not very high DC on navigation. So I would like for you to roll me a survival check. And this is going to determine your direction of travel during the first full day of sailing. And as you guys set off, the crew, Alara and Val, you help the crew untie and set sail, and into the storm, into the heavy rain, you sail off, and the lights and sounds and noises of Port Nyanzaru finally begin to shrink off into the distance as you set sail. And actually,
Do you have a background for this?
What'd you say?
Do you have a background for this?
Give me a second. Banners? Brand? I don't know if I have.
We were never going to get here. So you never
Slay. Look at her. She came prepared 4 months ago. Anyway, yes. So, wow, new background, you guys. One final group perception check as you sail away from the docks, please.
So should I roll twice and then take the lower?
Yes.
Okay.
If you right-click on the number instead of just clicking it regularly, you can add disadvantage.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, man. I rolled so good on one of them. But I got a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Right. How'd everybody else do?
14.
Okay.
19.
19. Val?
17.
All right. Tefra, the DC was 18.
Oh, I had a 23 on my
As you sail away, in the shadows of the Royal Docks, staring out at you, you see Salida. And as you sail away, she sits there and watches your boat sail away.
That's brutal. You guys left her a note, right?
Yeah.
did. That she was a little ominous, Loretta.
I think we're going to be gossiped about.
Yeah.
I knew I should have slept with her before we left.
All right. So, Micah, our navigator, go ahead and so Estelle Salida is one of the guides whom they were considering hiring. And they ended up not hiring her. All right. Micah, go ahead and roll me for day 1 a survival check.
13.
All right. Even in the storm, because of Samson's familiarity with the Bay of Cholt, he does stay closer to the coastline initially. So hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's right around evening time that actually, no, hold on. You are able to sail all the way through the night. Just give me a second. I'll get to that.
Okay.
You're fine. You're able to sail all the way through the night, hugging the coastline of a peninsula of part of the port of Nyanzaru. And it won't be until, and he tells you this, it won't be until the next morning that you'll still be in the Bay of Cholt, but you will be out of sight of land. But that first night is super easy navigation, and you guys can all take a long rest. So. And also, you are welcome to. Oh, actually, though, I need everybody to roll me a Constitution saving throw before they take a long rest.
Okay. And I do that one at a disadvantage too?
Yes, you do, because that's before long rest.
But if it's a saving throw, that's not.
Oh, no, you're right. That's not it. You're right. That's not an ability check. That's a saving throw. You don't need to have disadvantage, Laura.
Okay.
15.
Okay. Alara.
15.
Okay, Tefra.
18.
Okay, Val.
21.
None of you. The captain even comments at dinner that night as you all have a hearty meal of fire-spiced abyssal chicken kebabs made by Sarah. And the captain even comments at your guys' healthy appetites, and he says, "Wow, I'm actually quite impressed. Most people first day on their sea is a tough one, but just you eat tomorrow could prove to be the true test of whether or not you're meant to be on the open ocean." But yeah, if you guys have any sort of task or anything you want to do, any conversation you want to have before you go to bed, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you guys can take a long rest and get into day 2 of this session.
Glad I got my...
Go for it.
I was just going to say, I'm glad I got my father's constitution. He was a fisherman, so I love being on boats.
Underground fisherman.
Mm-hmm.
Mike is going to spend like a half an hour before going to bed reading the Guide to Monsters that they bought, just to
Oh,
if there's any aquatic stuff now, because they're like, well, I'm on the ocean, I might as well look stuff up.
oh no, yeah, you can give me a... So just for context, this was the book that Micah purchased from Volo Garantharp, whatever his name is. Volo's Guide to Monsters. Let me see if we've got a dragon turtle in here. We've got forest creatures, mountain creatures, swamp creatures, underdark creatures, underwater creatures. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. So, Micah, give me a roll. Give me and just straight intelligence roll.
Okie dokie. 7.
A 7. You have a lovely evening reading about dolphins.
I'll take it.
Let me see if I can actually find the passage for you, and I can give you just a little fun little thing on it. Dolphin. Is that saying it's in here? Hold on. A dolphin. Yeah, page 208. Near the very back. So it says dolphins are clever social marine mammals that feed on small fish and squid. An adult specimen is between 5 and 6 feet long.
Sick. Mike is going to be breaking out the fun facts tomorrow.
Yeah, I love it. That's awesome. Does anybody have anything else they want to get done?
I want to ask Micah about making copies of the map. Is that what's the process of that? How long would that take?
Probably weeks, if not months, just to get the details that are there right now. It would be this is a very detailed map, and the fact that it covers the entire coastline, and the fact that I haven't actually been to these places, I would be worried about messing things up, like misreading the map. It's not something that's going to happen anytime soon.
I will
something
say
to work on while we're sailing, and
Micah, you know it's only supposed to be a 3-day sail. You would say that if you had a week, you could try, but with only 3 days, chances just aren't good.
Yeah.
So what about half of a map? 3 days for half a map?
I could give it a shot.
You try. Micah, do you have the kit for that? Like, do you have a map maker's kit or whatever?
I have cartographer's tools.
Yeah, that's perfect. You could go ahead and do an attempt at making a map. It'll be a very high DC. But I think we've decided that anything related to maps, Micah has advantage in. I think that's just something we've decided. So you could roll with advantage. But you could roll with advantage.
What would I be rolling?
Survival.
Okay. So I already have expertise in survival, so would I add my proficiency for the cartographer's tools on top of that, or no? Because I'm proficient in cartographer's tools.
You would add your proficiency, yes. Yes. So you have expertise in survival, and you're also adding your proficiency again because of you you're in addition, because think about it, right? Like the cartographer tools are a way to help you do it, right? If you just had a pen and some paper, you would still get to roll with, you know, your expertise and stuff like that. But the cartography tools, I mean, I don't know if that's the actual role in D&D, but this is how I vibe with it. I think the cartographer tools are another tool that you use to help give you a bonus. So basically go ahead, roll, add your expertise, add your proficiency bonus for your cartography tools, and beat a 20.
Did you say advantage or no?
Sorry?
Advantage?
Yeah, with advantage.
Okie dokie. Click this. That is a natural 20 for a 30.
Fuck yeah.
I rolled an 18 and a 20.
Okay.
Wow.
A 30.
So 3/4 of the match?
Here's the thing. A 30 in D&D is considered that you have done the impossible. So I'm going to say, now granted, we have to roll for the days and stuff like that, but as long as Micah survives the trip, okay?
Protect Micah.
A 30, I will say that, yeah, that's crazy. I will say that as long as Micah survives the trip, you will have a copy of the map by the end of this 3-day sale. Micah really sets their mind to it. The one thing, Micah, is that you will now be rolling at disadvantage for survival because you are so focused on the map. So navigation, you'll be at disadvantage for navigation because you're so focused on the map.
Okay.
I'll protect you.
Because a normal navigator, right? Like a normal navigator, you're supposed to be on it the whole day, like paying attention and stuff like this. You are actually, what you are on is the map and making a copy. So that's up to you. That's up to you. You get to choose what you want to do, but you know you have the ability right now in the next 3 days to make a perfect copy of the map if you want to.
Yeah, I think it would be handy to have an extra.
Okay.
You'll be on the
As
map
long as I
now.
don't roll a 1 on my survival checks, I should be okay.
Don't jinx it.
Can I just give you the help action every time? Like,
Yeah.
Well, and again, remember,
help you.
I only really give you critical. I let you add your ability modifiers on ability checks for natural ones, right? So if you have expertise in survival and stuff, like, you know, I don't know what the lowest you could roll, but it's.
I have a +8 to survival.
So yeah, the lowest you're gonna roll is a 9.
Expertise. Woo.
All right. So is there anything anybody else wants to do? That's huge. That's literally huge. But 30, I have to respect the 30. Like that's
Wow.
that's amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for me, Alara just is out as soon as she can
That's
see
it.
that.
Yeah. So you guys all get a long rest. I don't know if you've already taken it, but you definitely get it already. Tefra and Val, is there anything you guys want to do during the next day? Micah, why don't you go ahead and give me the are people okay to move on to the second day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, now Alara, Tefra, Val, roll me d20s. We're determining the weather for day 2.
Ugh.
And this is now another new day. So we're now 4 days since the start of the campaign. That is the fastest day we've ever gotten through, guys.
I got an 18.
17.
Okay.
19.
Oh. Okay.
That's kind of funny.
That's crazy.
F my life. I have to roll again for Tropical Storm.
Oh, fuck.
Let's see. You're good.
Woo!
Woo!
It's a 25% chance. Okay, so like yesterday, the rain is still going. It is so heavy. It is so hot out on this water. And unlike yesterday, it's not a light breeze. It's a strong breeze. Like you guys actually, this works for your benefit. I'm going to say this makes you go a little faster. Micah, will you go ahead and roll that survival navigation at disadvantage?
14.
Okay.
Is today the day that we would run into the dragon turtle if we see him?
That is what well, let me see. You guys got here last night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Today and tomorrow. It could happen today. It could happen tomorrow. And in fact, we're going to roll to see if it happens. The decision is am I gonna roll, or am I gonna have one of you guys roll? And that's the question. I'm gonna let one of you guys roll it, so I can't be blamed. Who hasn't gotten to like roll? I guess Micah, why don't you go ahead and roll because you didn't roll for the weather?
I'm just doing a d20.
Just a straight d20.
7.
Okay. Take no mind that I'm flipping through the book.
Taking a lot of mine.
All right. You had to beat a 17. So. All right. As the day goes on, and you are outside of land now, even though the ship captain does tell you that you are still in the Bay of Cholt, you see no land. You are tens of miles from the coastline now. And in the storm, actually, Micah, you're so focused on the map. I need Tefra as first mate. I want you to roll me a perception check.
Okay. Mm, 14.
14. Okay. You're sailing next to Samson, and he's chatting about you, about his time on the seas. He's kind of like, unfortunately, it's one of those things where you're with an old man, and he's like, he's got you trapped. So he's just talking to you the entire time. And then at a certain point, you go, wait, stop. The sea ahead roils and churns, and waves crash over the bow of your ship, driven by saw-toothed hills rising from the heaving foam. Water streams off the rising crags like rivers crashing down a mountainside. At last, the emerging island stops growing in size, although the sea around still tosses your ship like a drifting feather. Then, a huge blast of steam erupts from the waves, and through the drifting rainbow-crossed mist, you see an immense beak and a milky eye the size of a hogshead cask staring blindly in your direction. As the water slightly calms, though it's still a little rough in the wind and rain, you also spot a dozen or more shark fins circling the ship. The beak lifts out of the water.
Val, can you translate that?
Can I?
Yeah, I will say, as a deckhand, you would have been on the ship at that point, and you would have been on the deck, and you hear the great protector of Bay of Cholt demands his tribute. And the large island begins to just circle the ship, as do 14 sharks. And steam billows up from the dragon. I wish I had music. Oh. It's fine. Just imagine the Jaws theme.
This is, Val's gonna bow. Great King Armagh.
Yeah. By the time you look up, he's on he's now a quarter of the way on, he's circling the ship.
So I'm just moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm speaking in Draconic, obviously.
Okay. Oh, my own tongue. He's just interested. His own tongue. Oh. It's not usual.
Yeah.
So you said Great King Aramog?
That's his name, right?
Yes. He responds with weakling sailor.
We do have tribute for you. I would just like to perhaps talk to you for a moment about the purpose of our journey across your Great Bay, if that would be amenable to you.
He is circling. And as you move and stuff, at a certain point, you realize that you're actually starting to overtake him. And you're realizing that because of his circling, he's actually creating an eddy. And the ship is now starting to turn in pace with him. So you can actually now at this point, you can stay still because the ship is turning to meet his pace. He then, as you say, he says, "Speak if you must, but I demand tribute."
Okay. Well, our mission is to break the death curse that has befallen this land. Basically, if someone has died and been resurrected by a healer or such, now that their wound that was fatal to them is killing them. And we believe there is an object called the Soulmonger in the jungles of Cholt that we are going to try to destroy to solve this curse and make sure that everyone who has been affected by it will, not die again. And we have your tribute, but we just wondered if perhaps because of our mission and, if it would be okay if it was slightly less than usual.
I'm going to let you roll me a persuasion check, but I want to keep the conversation going just a little bit more before you do, because I'm trying to determine the DC. So he's going to keep circling, and he's going to say, "What care I for the plight of mortals?" And he says, "You who are on a royal ship, try to get out of providing the protector of this bay with his deserved tribute." And more smoke billows off the water and steam.
Well, we aren't royal. I'm sure as hell I'm not royal. We are with Jessamine, yes, because the merchant prince has been affected by this curse. And I know the plights of mortals are none of your concern. But if there were anyone in your life, any, possibility of someone who had died, or if you or yourself were attacked by a foolish mortal who managed to hurt one of your sharks, one of your beautiful sharks, and they were brought back and then you couldn't bring them back. I mean, there are certainly other creatures in your kingdom that may be affected by this death curse. So we want to help this for everybody, not just for mortals, for everyone, even the beautiful creatures in your kingdom.
All right, go ahead and roll me a persuasion roll.
Also, there's this really hot king turtle. Just need to go around the continent, and it's good.
I'm like, Val, tell him we don't have much. We are poor.
Okay, sorry.
21?
He circles for a long time and considers. And after maybe 3 full rotations of the boat, he says, "Mortals on a quest. This day I shall be generous. Make your tribute still, though."
Okay. Thank you so much, King Aramog. Would you like us just to throw it in the water, or
show me the tribute first,
okay.
And I will tell you if it is worthy.
Great. Okay, he's gonna basically I just relay the entire conversation to them and common tongue. So we still need to give some of the money, whatever we got.
Okay, so what did we decide? I have 20 gold, and then Iku had 20 gold as well.
I think
or
she
30
had
gold.
30.
Okay, so that's 50 gold plus the ring.
Does the
And I
crew
have 20.
have anything? Were they just relying on us for this tribute.
Yeah, the Samson said it was on you guys. Like that was one of the deals before you guys set off in the boat together. Was he was like, I want to make sure Highlands of Scotland. Like you better be able to pay this dragon. Like that was a whole conversation you guys had right at the start.
Yeah. Tefra, how much money do you have in our sack?
So, I've got 30 for myself, and then we can do 30 from the group money.
Okay. And the ring.
And the ring.
Okay. So I have 130 pieces and a ring.
And a ring.
A shiny, beautiful jeweler's ring. I'll also throw in some silver and copper if you would like that too, if you want a variety.
You guys are so fucking lucky. So you hold up and he circles and he says, keep the rest for your adventures.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm going to parse out 65. And do you want the ring as well?
Yes. Give the ring. Yes.
Of course.
And he opens his mouth.
Goodbye.
And I'm just, it's like in a toll road. I'm just going to,
and then when he catches the cash in his mouth, literally, haha. I was in my brain, I was spelling it CACHE. It like the happy steam flings from his nostrils, and he slowly sinks beneath the waves in such a way that it actually creates a bit of a divot, and the Belladonna rocks as the wave displacement of water kind of shoots the boat back and forth, and you pitch wildly. I need everybody to roll me dexterity saving throws.
thank you, great king.
8.
15.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
14.
Okay. So the three of you, Alara, Tefra, and Val, all as it gets pitched, you're all able to hold on to the railing. But as the ship pitches, it pitches so much the railing actually does dip into the water. And then as it then pitches forward, Micah loses their grip and starts to get flung into the water that you guys have just kind of dipped into. There are still sharks in the water.
How far away are they?
Micah turned into a shark.
You guys are all safe.
Do I have hold on? I might have a swimming speed.
You could turn into a dolphin. You just learned about them.
Let me double check the wild shape rules, because I might not be able to turn into a swimming creature yet. Oh god, where is it? Oh my god, I can turn into a swimming thing. I'm gonna turn into a dolphin.
Great.
Or anything that flies. Just don't get in the water.
I can't do flying yet.
All right.
Wait, you did Velociraptor. Did you just run?
They don't have
No fly?
She just ran. Yeah, they just ran. They didn't.
I'm thinking about pterodactyls. My bad.
Yeah. All right, Micah, like you fall into the water and you wild shape into a dolphin, and you are able to see with your dolphin eyes that Aramag and the sharks are descending lower and lower into the abyssal depths. And none of the sharks seem to be bothering you. They seem to be under Aramag's command. And since he is sated, they do not attack this dolphin that is now swimming alongside the Belladonna in the water. And you're welcome to stay in your wild shape as you guys continue.
I guess I'll stay as a dolphin for a little bit. And then once the boat is like nice and like steady and sailing away, I'll be like, all right, help me up.
Okay. Good, because don't want to lose Micah making the map. Literally the one person. So yeah, within how long does your wild shape last? Is it like an hour, or is it all day if you want?
2 hours.
2 hours. Well, anyway, it's fine. At a certain point, Micah, I don't know if as a dolphin you want to jump onto the ship or people, grab you back?
Throw a rope.
Do you fish her out of the water as a dolphin, or do you wait, or fish them out of the water, or do you wait until they wild shape back into druid?
I like to think that, like, because dolphins can, like, jump, I'll, like, jump out and then wild shape back, and, like, hopefully they catch me.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
why don't you roll me an athletics check using Micah's abilities, since this is like your wild shaping mid jump.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Natural 20 for a 22.
It is glorious. You guys are all waiting. In fact, for a brief moment, the storm stops and there's sunshine in the clouds and a huge rainbow as Micah. It's like the Lisa Frank meme that's happening. As Micah jumps out of the water with a beautiful spray of ocean water, rainbow mist. And as they are jumping out, mid-jump transition onto the deck, whoosh, in a flurry of water shifting, Micah, the tiefling, stands proud and tall with a big smug grin on their face. That was Micah knows that was awesome. Micah
give a little bow.
Yes.
If I had any gold, I'd shower it at you.
But wait, we might still have some gold. 65 divided
We
by...
have 65.
How many people?
Yeah, I gave up 10. I gave up half, so. Did anyone
Yeah,
else?
we should probably divide the rest of the 65 gold coins.
Give Eku back 15.
Like, I just gave up half. I figured everyone would do the same of what we had
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But who was giving it up? Me, you, Eku, and Val?
Me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 10 gold still. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe that worked.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
Let's talk to a giant fucking turtle and survived.
I know. I still think his soulmate is King Topa, but I'll keep it to myself.
I didn't want to offend him.
Yeah.
I was not looking forward to fighting him. I'm not going to fight him.
All right. You guys successfully navigated your encounter with Aramag in such a way that you have the dragon turtle even refuse some of your gold, which is very, very lucky. Not only were you able to convince him down from his normal tribute for a royal ship, he did not take all that you offered. Very well done. Okay, so that is day 2 of sailing on the Bay of Cholt. You have basically, we're going to do 2 more navigation rolls, and hold on. I'll just have you we'll do one roll to see if for pirates. So Micah, roll me another does anybody have anything else they want to do on day 4, the day that they interacted with Aramag? Oh, I will say this. Excuse me, on day 4, as you guys are all eating dinner together, which this night Seraphina has made skillet fried spiced potatoes, yawning portal buttermilk biscuits, and honey glazed ribs.
Yum.
Delicious.
Yeah, this is a royal ship, baby. She's a royal cook. Come on. You receive who would receive it? Micah, you receive in your head. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Give me a second.
You're fine. You're doing great.
Thanks.
Amazingly.
So good.
Bop, 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 bop. This is the last time I'll really have to be in this chapter. So I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Because you guys were entering chapter 2. Chapter 2 of the book. Ooh. Can you believe it?
Nope.
How many chapters are there?
You don't know. You don't know. Hello. Where is the Temple of There we go. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, Micah, you're eating dinner, you're eating these ribs. I don't know. Is Micah eating the ribs?
Sure.
Maybe on a
I
buttermilk
don't
biscuit.
know.
Your mouth is full of buttermilk biscuit and you're chewing it. Suddenly you go, okay, no, from the Highlands, Scotland to yellow Australia. Okay. Hello, friend. It's Wakongo Tomu. I hope you're doing well. And like you hear this guy that's suddenly chatting in your head. You're like, I received a message today from Father Zatembe, and he said that, and then it cuts off.
Fucker.
What?
And then about 10 seconds later, you hear, oh, sorry, my bad. I don't use this spell very much, and I forget that there's a limit to how much I can talk. But anyway, I spoke with Father Zatembe today, and he said that, and it cuts off again.
Do I get to respond to this?
Yes, you do.
Hello. Please just say the information, please.
Okay. He goes, right, sorry. A jungle city far to the south, enclosed by cliffs and crawling with snakes. Black obelisk draped in vines. Dared not peer any deeper.
Wait, dead not peer?
Dared not peer any deeper.
Thank you, Wakanga, for all of the help you've been and for taking care of Syndra. We will hopefully do you guys proud and fix all this.
And there you go. You have your message from Wakongo.
And I will
All right.
share
All right.
with the group.
Okay, sounds good. How do you guys react to that information?
It actually sounds a lot like the crazy lady that pickpocketed me. Sort of sounds like her vision.
Yeah.
So she did pickpocket me, but she wasn't lying, I guess.
Her
There's
dream was
something.
terrible.
All right. All
I can't
right.
believe we made it with a guide, the map, and a general location.
We're killing
Two
it.
maps. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Like,
All right, let's do another roll. Micah, for survival for the next day, we are now marking. Okay, as Micah rolls survival at disadvantage, I want Val, Alara, and Tefra to roll me the weather. So D20s from each of you, please. And we are now on day 5.
So if that hadn't been at disadvantage, it would have been another natural 20. I'm just saying. But it was disadvantage, so it's 16.
Okay, that is still totally decent, especially given that you have a captain of the ship already. So I just want to count how far you guys get. So you were here. 1. You actually, for a portion of this day, begin to hug the coastline again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the captain, Samson, does tell you that if we're lucky enough to not deal with pirates today, we should be arriving at the entry to Fort Balerion by tomorrow midday. So who wants to do the pirate roll to see your encounter at sea?
well, what should we do, weather?
Yeah, I did the weather.
Oh, weather. Sorry. Yes, please go for it.
I
Alara,
did a 16.
16,
13.
13, and Val.
1.
Oh.
Okay. So a 16, it's actually a cooler day. Now it's still in the 80s, but given that it's been in the hundreds the past couple of days, this feels good. Like this feels nice. There's a light breeze on the water and it is sunny. Yeah, I'm sorry, Val. For most of you, that's nice. You have not seen the sun in 3 days. For Val, you might want to stay below deck. But for most of you, it is a gorgeous day out on the open water as you pass the coastline of the beautiful mountainous, hilly coast of Cholt. You see misty forests jungle. And it's a lovely day on the water. And Tefra, why don't you go ahead and roll me a D20?
11.
Okay. You sail for the day and you guys chat and discuss your plans if you want to strategize at all. You can refer back to this time if ever you're in battle and you're like, hey, remember that time on the ship that we decided if we came across this, we would do this. You can train. Micah is busy working on the map, furiously working on a recreation of the map. And it seems like it's going very well. Micah, you're kind of looking at it, you're like, wow, I had that awesome dolphin trick yesterday and now I'm freaking killing it with this map. Like I am on a roll. And the day passes by without incident. And for dinner that night, Seraphina makes something called everything soup. It's, you know, as you're getting close to the end of your journey, she's just using up what's left in the kitchen. So you've got lots of veg in it, but also what you think is like the leftover rib meat that's been cut off and stewed in this. But it's decent. It's decently good. Is there anything from an RP perspective that you guys want to do before you go to bed for the night?
Question, because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
We're going to the fort to get our license, but
Flaming Fist.
I can't remember if that was something, because are they connected to the prince that's after us? Like, I can't remember if that was a thing or not. Like, are we scared to go there, or are we like
Jabal is the person who demands that guides pay him tribute, and he's the one who licensed the guides.
Okay.
The Flaming Fist are basically this mercenary group that decided to settle an outpost in Cholt and charge adventurers. So not the guides. They charge adventurers to have a license. So that way, if you come across the Flaming Fist in the jungle, they don't attack you and take half your gold and take half your treasure.
Okay.
So
do we know how much they charge? Or is it just like whatever they want?
You don't know what the license is going to cost.
So we don't know how much it's going to cost.
Does Echo know? Can I ask
They're
Echo?
not. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
You can
No,
ask.
go ahead. Go ahead.
You can.
We got lucky with Airmog. Just want to, you know, count our money going into the situation. So,
Yeah. Expedition begins. Give me a second. I'm going to go to the Fort Valerian. Echo, you think does know she's sick with seasickness. She'll let you know in the morning. But yeah, so is there anything else anybody wants to take care of before you go to bed for the night?
I would like to write a letter to Solomon and say, hi, I hope you're feeling better after the Feywild salad sickness. I had a great time despite all that. Thank you generously for the ring. I did have to part with it to pay tribute to the dragon turtle in the ocean. Hope you're doing well. See you later, maybe. And then I asked one of the people in the crew, like, hey, on your way back, can you maybe just deliver this for me? I have no money to pay you. I'm just asking for favor.
The roll me a persuasion check at disadvantage. These people are the servants of a royal woman. Like they're actually just
no.
roll.
Can I ask the wife of the cook? What's she got going on?
Just roll a straight persuasion check because you are the guest of someone royal, they are more inclined to help you. Actually, they're not quite as mercenary. They're well paid, and they're not constantly seeking to eke out every piece of gold that they can. So go ahead and roll me just straight persuasion.
10.
Nope, that's enough. 10 was enough. Yeah, the Seraphina's wife, whose name I've already forgotten, started with
Mariah.
Mariah, thank you. I was gonna say I kept thinking Miranda, and I was like, that's definitely not right, but that's always the name I go for. Mariah is super sweet to you. You guys kind of formed a little friendship over the course of the past couple of days as she sits and plays her music and entertains you all. And she's more than happy to deliver a notice for you. So she says she will do it post haste. And yes, you all go to bed with the knowledge that tomorrow you will be hopefully landing safely on the northern coastline of Cholt, and within a day's journey, half a day's walk to Fort Valerian, and where you will encounter the Flaming Fist mercenaries, acquire your adventuring license, and hopefully not too soon after that, set out into the jungle of Cholt proper in your continuous search for the soul monger. But for now, that is where we're going to end it. Everybody, round of applause for surviving another episode of Tomb of Annihilation. And you guys, we are in chapter 2. I'm so excited.
Oh.
It took us like 6 months. This is great. Honestly, I feel like we've been doing great. I feel like you guys have been doing great. I think you did a great job exploring Port Niazru. When I was reading on like the DM's guides of how to run this campaign, a lot of people were like, a lot of people are super eager to get into the jungle, and so they miss a lot of the fun stuff in Port Niazru. And I feel like you guys covered some really good ground. Now, if you guys ever return, there's still lots more to do, but you guys did such a great job there. As I forget who said it, but you are well equipped at the start of this adventure because you are going to have a second copy of the map. You have still a decent amount of gold left, and you have a guide, and you're on your way to get your license. So you guys are well equipped. And now here's the thing. Normally if you guys are able to talk your way out of an encounter, I give you the XP that you would have got. It's the same way as killing the thing. However, that is not going to count for Aramog because he's literally worth what is he? I think it's like 18,000 XP.
Oh my god. Oh my god, do it.
But the thing
Can we get a little bit? Can we get a little bit?
Fraction.
Absolutely. I'm giving everybody, including the 300 you showed up today XP, everybody is getting 800 XP for today's session. You get a shared 2,000 XP for the talking him through. And that's why I'm not giving you guys, it's not the same as if you defeated him, because at this level you literally could not defeat him. So that's what I'm getting. I know, Steve, we left the port, and now I can finally use the final, like, my outro today, and it really is a real question of what we're thinking next week.
You're gonna have to make a new one.
We will do the adjustments on D&D Beyond, but everybody's going to get 800. I don't think that gets you to your next level, but it's a good chunk. And yeah, you guys, so exciting. Yeah. And yes, Stieg, exactly. Now you can finally start a rota of other co-hosts. Yeah, now once you guys land on the shore in the jungle of Cholt, anything is up for grabs now at this point. And also, now the training wheels are really off. As I have said, and as I have been trying to remind you, I'm just, a lot of the encounters aren't balanced for parties at lower levels. They just are what they are. And it's up to you guys to determine whether you're going to try and fight or try and flee. And I, just really keep in mind that don't have it in your head of like, oh, well, Wallace wouldn't have thrown this at us if we weren't ready for it, or the campaign wouldn't be written this way. Like, we can fight this. You can't always fight everything you're going to come across. Like, truly, like, things could one-shot you, TPK the entire party in a single, thing. So just be aware of that. Does anybody have any final questions before we go backstage and do like XP? Or everybody you can just give yourself the XP on D&D Beyond 800 XP. Everybody just go ahead.
Basically, Alara's going to die in the first.
Stop saying that. No, you're not.
Like, she can't not fight. Like, that's like her problem.
Well, maybe she needs to be humbled. Maybe she needs to have a close brush, and then maybe.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right. So 800 is what you said?
800 XP. Yeah.
Okay.
I do not believe 800 moves you up because you're at level 4 right now.
Yeah, we just hit level 4.
You just have level 4. So what do you have to get to hit level 5?
6,500.
Yeah.
And
So
we're
you're
at 3659.
You're quite a bit away from level 5. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you to everybody who was in the chat today. My plan is, actually, we should talk about this. So next time we're going to play, I'm about to go on a book tour. I do not think I will have time to play before I leave for my book tour. Katie is coming to visit me, maybe also Devisha. I don't know. We haven't talked about that yet, but we haven't confirmed or denied it. And because of that, yeah, I just don't know if I'll be able to do a session before my book comes out. So it's very possible that we don't play for it's almost entirely likely we're not going to play for a month. And like a month and a half, really, like until November. So given that, though, my plan is I will be making a video basically breaking down everything that happened to you guys in chapter 1 and then uploading it maybe on my main channel and also on the Blank Page Tavern channel. So that way for people who have not been at every single session can watch it as a way of catching up and then can just start joining us in chapter 2 and can join along and kind of understand what's going on. But yes, so just prepare yourself for that it might be a while before we play again. And
we'll be at the writing retreat and then we would bring in Micah on.
No, because I don't think playing in person, like I know we'd just be like, if we're going to play, we'd all just be in different rooms streaming. But I think I'm going to see how I feel. I just, I don't know how exhausted I'm going to be post book tour. And now that we are out of chapter 1, I mean, I vaguely know where you guys are going next. You're going to Fort Valerian, but there's a lot of prep that I need to do for this now. And so I just want to make sure that I'm in a good space for that. So I think probably the next time we'll play will be like, literally, I think probably it'll be in 2 months, honestly, because no, let's figure that out. I don't want to wait that long. That sucks. Let's see. Okay. Katie, well, I mean, I don't know. What does next week look like for people? The 22nd?
I should be fine.
I'm good.
I can make it work.
Okay. So the 22nd we could play, and then I will literally be traveling on the 29th. And then Katie and Devisha, I know you guys potentially are going to be in Boulder on the 6th, but we could still aim to play on the 6th. And then that way, once we do that, then the next time we play is potentially going to be like on November 17th, but that's not quite as long of a break. So we could potentially fit in 2 more sessions if people are okay with that.
Yeah,
sure.
Okay, so I'll mark it now. So everybody watching too, next Sunday, we're going to be playing Blank Page Tavern. Blank Page Tavern. And yeah. So awesome. So yeah, not a 2-month hiatus. Excellent. But I will do prep this week to get ready for Fort Valerian because you guys can get into some hijinks there. All right. And for real this time, potentially the last time you're going to see this outro. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here today, and good job, everybody. Oh, and now we writers, Kent and Becca especially, no more procrastinating. It's time to return to our WIPs. Bye!